covered subject to policy terms and not available for all boats or...
Officials say air defenses intercepted drones heading toward 3 of the country's western regions. Moscow airports briefly halted flights, but no major damage or injuries were reported, according to Russian authorities. Meanwhile, satellite images indicate a major drone barrage earlier in the week destroyed at least 2 military transport planes at Russian air bases in the Kursk, Belgorod and Moscow regions. Drones aimed at targets inside Russia and blamed by Moscow on Ukraine have become almost a daily occurrence. Recently, the drones have reached deeper into Russia. I'm Charles Tilledesma.
The chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Texas Republican Congressman Michael McCall, says a partnership between Russia and China worries him, and he calls it the biggest threat to Europe and the Pacific since World War II. He spoke during a stop in Sweden. He's visiting with a congressional delegation. Townhall.com. Police in Ohio releasing body cam footage after a fatal police shooting outside a grocery store.
A 21-year-old black woman, Takaya Young, was pregnant and the mother of 2 young sons when she and her unborn daughter were killed by police on August 24th in Blendon Township, Ohio. It's a suburb of Columbus. The police chief, John Belford, described body camera footage showing her final moments. Belford says 2 officers were helping someone get into a locked car when a supermarket employee told them several people, including Young, were leaving with stolen items and pointed her out. When the officers told her to get out of the car, the chief says she put the vehicle in gear and accelerated. An officer directly in front of her car fired 1 shot through the windshield. I'm Jennifer King.
A shooting outside a large shopping center in Texas has killed 1 person, left another victim with critical injuries. Authorities say the gunman also died of a gunshot wound. It happened yesterday afternoon in Austin. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The traveler said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday. We made it. Buenos Friday.
Yes.
Weekend.
Yes.
Labor Day weekend. Got 3-day weekend for many here. Yeah.
It's like I hit a finish line. I love my children. I love them so much.
You're ready to send them on.
But my goodness, I need a quick break. Just a quick break.
Good deal.
And a 3-day weekend was definitely a big help.
Nice. So, Mama got the kids this weekend.
Mama got the kids this weekend, next week. So, yeah.
So, what's your plans?
Got a couple things in the fire. A couple irons in the fire. Definitely going to Blitzkrieg clean my house. That's
Nice.
Definitely on the docket.
Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, gonna smoke some meat with some friends.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much the agenda for this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I got a little thing Sunday. Getting ready for football season.
Oh yeah.
Little fantasy draft. Little shindig there.
Oh, is that the Thomas?
That's the shindig.
Yeah,
for
the
fantasy
draft
football
party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got that Sunday.
Who's bringing the dips?
Well, he got a new charcoal grill, so he's going to do some burgers and stuff. Try out his little charcoal grill.
Okay.
So I got to grab like sides.
It's been a minute since my last Thomas shindig. I got to get over there and see what T-Bird's
Yeah,
up
you
to.
should pop in.
Yeah.
We're all going to be talking.
Well,
fantasy
you never
football.
pop into T-Bird's house. You don't know what's going on. I've seen that man's Amazon wish list. God only knows what happens in his 17 bedrooms.
Well, when there's other people there, I think it's safe to pop in.
Oh, yeah, sure.
When he's alone.
Yeah, there's always Dennis. So, yeah. If Dennis in there, some weird stuff's going down. We'll put it that way.
I just assume when Dennis is there, he's still alone. Like, that's
true.
He's not alone. He's with Dennis. It's like, oh, that's just, he's there.
He's like a T-shirt. I was going to say like a wife beater, but I didn't want to be like, whoa.
Yeah, he's just there. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to do that. And then no show on Monday. We will not have a morning show Monday. This will be last until Tuesday.
Last time you hear from us until next week.
Don't forget, it is Football Friday.
I'm trying to forget, but you keep reminding me.
There's so much action tonight.
Yes.
Of course, Roswell Coyotes will be here on
2
106.5.
Eagles and a Wildcats.
That's right. The Roswell Coyotes will be on this station, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
On the road.
They travel to Hobbs, New Mexico. Kickoff will be at 7. Pregame will start around probably 6:40 or so.
Right.
KSVPTV.com for live streaming video, audio right here on 106.5.
Got our Coyotes tab.
Yeah. Got it. Rockets. They will be at home here in the Wool Bowl tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That game you can check out on our sister station, 106.1 FM. Fierro. Also, live streaming video and on demand of the game, KSVPTV.com and the Got It Rocket channel.
Yeah, buddy.
And then for Artesia Bulldog fans, Bulldogs, they are going to Berlin tonight.
Yes.
And we will have that game
the
for
other
you.
Eagles.
Yes, the other Eagles. Demings will be here for Goddard. So the other Wildcats. Thank you. So I can suck on chili dogs.
Nice.
Outside the tasty.
Don't you dare.
We don't have
This
one.
is McDonald's Friday. Don't you dare mention that other name.
McDonald's don't have chili dogs.
That's, in fairness, that's not actually a franchise anymore. It is technically because another company bought them.
Yeah, and there might be one
nameless.
popping around here and there, but yeah.
It's funny, too, because the company that bought Tasty Freeze is actually the company that's probably the best at making chili dogs to suck on.
They certainly do suck. Sorry, I had to do that.
That's
the Wayne's World line from the Suck Cut.
It
certainly does suck.
I love how like Jocelyn comes in like a pit crew. She's like, here it is.
I love it.
Here's your rifle, sir. And then she backs out like a surf. I'm like, what?
You should miss when she does the power slide around the tail.
She did. She drifted there for a minute.
Yeah, but yes, Artesia 990 AM KSVP. Yes. Watch the game, KSVPTV.com, in our Artesia Bulldog channel. Mm-hmm. So we'll have all four for you tonight.
Absolutely.
Tonight.
And Texas Tech debut tomorrow, I believe.
Is it or is it next week?
It might be next week.
I think it's a week ahead. I think it's next Saturday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think we're...
Okay.
Tis the season, but I think that's another Saturday ahead.
Okay, good.
So
I can breathe.
Because NFL starts next week.
Well, because I panicked yesterday because I saw the game on Saturday. I'm like, wait, is it this Saturday, next Saturday?
Yeah, I believe it's next Saturday.
I hope it's next Saturday.
I got to listen, but because NFL starts next Saturday.
Yes.
I think college also does.
No, the NFL starts next Sunday.
Well, you know what I mean. Next weekend. Actually, probably next Thursday.
Next Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, probably next Thursday, technically. So. Anyway, had a great time at Guy Penrod last night. I'll probably talk a little bit more about that later in the show.
I'm blown away at the little fun fact that you gave me
that nugget
before the show.
Was amazing. And I heard about the nugget right before the show.
Mm-hmm.
John LeMay told me of said nugget. And then I was like, that's amazing. And he goes, of all the people in this room that would appreciate this fact, you would be that
totally
guy. And I'm like, you ain't wrong.
You're not wrong. We're actually talking about a chicken nugget from McDonald's.
That's right. Big thank you to McDonald's before I get into that story. But big thank you to McDonald's.
Well, you got a busy hour. We'll get to that story later.
Yeah, I know. I got so much, man.
So many activities.
So much activities. Good thing we made bunk beds. So much more room for them. I've just hit by 12 movies, and half of them are Will Ferrell in 10 minutes. But big thank you to McDonald's. If you are hungry, and you're going to be. If you're not now, you will be. Just get the app. We all carry this smartphone.
Yes.
We carry it around. Well, on it, you can download the McDonald's app. And there you can order your food. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to just pick it up through the drive-thru and be on my way. Okay. Or, you know what? I want to order it, and I don't want to go to the counter, and I want to sit down and let the kids play in the playland while I enjoy my meal. Yep. Okay. No problem. I don't feel like leaving my house because I forgot my pants. I'm going to have it delivered. Okay.
I forgot about pants.
Yeah.
Okay. How do those work?
I don't know, but if that happens to you,
Yep.
McDonald's got you covered. Make delivery.
I had to plan help set up a birthday party yesterday. So the kids were at mom's house, and I was taking them dinner. I was in the drive-thru at McDonald's. I'm like, oh yeah, the app, and I pulled my phone out and I get it open to the 20% off any order of $5 or more. Boom, save myself $5.
Nice.
Yeah, or like 4 something. And when you do that, it logs you into your account, and those dollars add up to points. I'm currently over. I know
You back to baller status?
It sucks to brag to you.
Well,
But I'm currently at 11,666 points.
nice. Good for you.
I wish they'd give me one more point. I have the points of the beast.
Ooh. Maybe you should just add something to it or order.
$1.
Yeah. Can I get one nugget, please? Show him hungry.
Oh, that is one of my favorite bits.
It is a good one.
Show him hungry.
But big thank you to McDonald's for hooking us up and sponsoring this show each and every single Friday. Swing on by. You know you want to.
Yeah.
And get you good breakfast. Are they still doing the jalapeno Big Mac?
I don't think they are anymore. No, they moved on to the as featured in meal.
Oh, yeah, that's with the whole Loki thing and all that.
As featured in your mouth. That sounds so wrong.
Well, then you just keep going with the song as featured in the next step of the digestive process.
Well, that's if you want McDonald's after dark.
MCDAD.
McDad?
I like that. Maybe we should have a show. MCDAD.
MCDAD. Nice.
McDonald's nights. Like it. All right, let me give you the rundown for today's show. We got to get her started. Here in just a few minutes, I'm killing 2 birds.
Yeah.
Multitasking. We're actually going to have, I think they're the captains of our Goddard Lady Rocket soccer team. They're
definitely the faces.
Yes, but they're going to join us here, talk a little bit about the season, how it's going, and give us a little update. So we're going to have Bennett Rolk, Lexi Pignon, Jasmine Max, and Isabel Soto join us here in just a few minutes. Also this hour, we have the folks from Victory Outreach scheduled to join us, give us an update on what's happening over there at their church, and they always got a ton of stuff going on.
They're busy.
Yes. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to have a little time, so we're going to replay our interview. Yesterday, we had an interview with Al O'Gean. He does a lot of stuff with cybersecurity and that kind of stuff, but he's doing talks at the library each month. And his next one is coming up here Sunday, September 10th.
Nice.
At the library. So I'll play that interview for you here.
Sure.
And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, the folks from Main Street Roswell, Barbara Gomez and the company will join us, give us an update. Don't forget Farmers Market tomorrow and all that stuff. So that's what's on tap for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm for our holiday weekend. We have a low-pressure lee trough just east of the mountains, and that'll be cranking our temperatures up to about 100 by this afternoon. Should get sunshine, lots of dry air moving in from the south, and then tonight we'll get clear skies, mid-60s, upper 90s to about 100, and sunny on Saturday. We'll stay right around 100 on Sunday and Labor Day. We get lots of sun. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 53%. Winds are calm at the moment. Another warm one today. Sunny. Expect highs near 100. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Expect an overnight low of 66 degrees with south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. After midnight, those winds will drop down 5 to 10. So wherever you're at, should be some good evening to watch some football. Saturday, sunny, hot, 99 for a high, northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear skies with an overnight low of 66 degrees, south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny, hot with highs near 100. Winds will be out of the west, 5 to 15 miles per hour. For your Labor Day, sunny and a high of 102. And then just kind of glancing at next week, it's going to be like that all 101 on Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, 102 Thursday. So the hot continues into next week. All right, it is 7:18. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break. And then we're going to talk with the Goddard Lady Rocket, some of the members of the soccer team here. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
More than 50 million Americans live with chronic pain. If you're experiencing pain that interferes with your daily life, Artesia General Hospital can help. Dr. Casey Della Barca and our compassionate team of providers treat a variety of conditions, including arthritis, back and neck pain, migraines, neuropathy, and more. We offer advanced procedures and comprehensive therapy, and we personalize treatment plans to help you get back to living a quality life. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/pain.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, talk some Goddard Lady Rocket softball this morning. You guys are the captains, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I just want to make sure before I say you're the captains. Like, no, we just play on the team. We have Bennett Rolfe, Lexi Pinion, Jasmine Max, and Isabel Soto. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Pretty
so you
good.
guys are all seniors?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I figure as captains you probably are seniors.
Yes.
So let's talk. Now, how long have you guys? You probably played soccer your whole career here, but how long have you guys been up on varsity? Were you do you guys? Is it common for you guys to maybe have a freshman or two on the varsity team, or is that pretty uncommon?
Yes, it's common.
Okay.
We were, all three of us were.
You started as freshmen?
Yes.
Okay.
We've played varsity for 4 years.
Okay.
Isabel just moved here.
Okay, so obviously you haven't been here for the 4 years here, but you're.
She would have been.
She would have been had she lived here. But people move and stuff. But anyway, well, cool. So let me ask. Now that it's your senior year, you're the captains. Like, does it feel different? Like, do you feel like, all right, now, like when you're a team member, you get, but when you're the captains, everyone's like, oh, we got to be the example now. Is that kind of is that a new experience for you guys to become, as captains of the team?
It's a big difference, honestly.
Yeah.
A really big difference.
Just a lot more responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's got to be fun, though,
It is.
right?
It is fun.
It's fun. It's just weird
Yeah.
because now we're the seniors.
Right. So, do you guys use like when you guys were freshmen, and remember what the seniors were towards you? Do you kind of use that as an example, or you're like, no, I want to do it different?
It's kind of the different.
Yeah.
We kind of want to do it different.
We want to do it a little bit. We have been doing it a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me something that you guys have kind of added to the twist.
In a nicer way.
Okay.
We try to bond more with the team.
Gotcha. Okay.
We've been doing. We're gonna do some activities outside of soccer as a team together, which
team
is
building type.
team bonding type of stuff that we've really tried to initiate more this year.
Good deal. Now, as far as the team this year, is there a lot of new faces or a lot of returning faces, or kind of a mix?
We're a really young team.
Okay.
We
you guys are the grizzled old veterans on the team, with canes and whatnot.
So we have a few new faces for sure.
Okay.
A lot of the JV is freshmen this year.
Okay.
The sophomores are a huge class too.
Okay.
We're kind of a smaller class.
Okay.
So a lot of returners, but also a lot of new faces as well. It's a good mix.
Well, good. Well, that's good. But then again, that's where you guys get to do your magic and kind of do the team building and all that stuff. Now, have you guys, as far as your scheduling goes, what's have you guys played any games yet, or are you guys about to play your first, or?
Yes. We've played 6.
6 already, so you're way ahead of volleyball.
We had a
now.
tournament. We had 3.
Okay. Well, so that's what those tournaments you get a few games under your belt pretty quick. So how's the season so far, as far as record and level of play? You guys where you're at, or coach is always going to tell you want to improve, but where are you guys at this far in the season, and how are you guys feeling about it?
Well, our record is 5-1 right now.
Okay, pretty good.
Yes. So that's been good. I feel like we've been doing good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think our bond is really good this year.
Sure.
I think that's what's making us so.
It's kind of a clicking.
Yeah.
Everybody's clicking, and everybody's kind of on the same page a little bit. Yeah, and I imagine that's especially with soccer. You know, I mean, yeah, you have your players that are always, you know, superstars or whatever, but you know, without the team, without that whole thing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know?
we have to be a team on the field. You can't just be relying on one person.
Sure.
Because if you aren't a team out there, then it's not going to work.
Sure. So what positions do you guys play? Kind
Isabel?
I'm right mid.
Okay, so you're a midfielder. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm middle striker.
Okay, so you're on offense.
Yes.
You're it's been a while since I played soccer, so you're like one of the two right there with the ball at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a center mid.
Centerman, same place, right there on offense.
A right defender.
Okay, so you're now the midfielders do most running, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you got to come up, play offense, and come back and keep. But the defense does come up and play a little bit, so you guys run a lot too. But now on offense, do you guys come? I mean, you guys got to come back play defense some, but you guys aren't. You aren't from like the goal line to goal line every time, are you?
I mean, it feels like it.
Yeah.
The strikers make more of the runs.
Okay.
Like, just like the forward runs.
She runs like half the field.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I just now, like I said, I was young when I played, and they were always like, "Yeah, the midfielders, you're the ones that are going to be moving."
Yeah.
It's like, hope you got stamina.
We
'Cause you're going to need it. So, as seniors, I will ask you real quick. But you know, what's plans for? Have you started thinking about life after high school, and what do you want to do there? I'm going to give you. Yeah, we'll start this way this time.
I just want to go to college just to get to where I need to be in
Sure.
life.
I mean, do you have like a dream job? Like if, I mean, it doesn't have to, you know, like if you, surely you think at night, it's like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be whatever it is. What's that dream for you?
I want to study the brain. I want to know how people think and.
Okay. So do you want to get like Dr. Cutton or psychology kind of doctor?
Psychology.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. For you?
I don't have a dream job.
Okay.
I would like to play college soccer.
Okay.
Yes. So that's
trying for scholarships and things and good deal. What's some of the schools you're interested in trying to go to? Close to home or far as possible?
I would say like not all the way across the country, but not in New Mexico.
Gotcha.
I'd like
far
to be
enough away
far enough
where no one's going to pop in on you, but close enough that if you need to get home quick,
Pretty
you can do
much,
that.
yes,
gotcha.
sir.
Makes sense. Smart. For you?
I will also like to play college soccer, but I also want to study marine biology.
Okay. Good deal. So you want to be near the water and
Yes.
in the ocean with the sea turtles and all that kind of stuff. Very cool. Watch out for the jellyfish. And they say if you pee on it, it helps. I don't think that's true. I think that's just something they tell you. What would you like to do after high school?
I really want to become a NICU nurse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to be in there and help. And I know family that they get involved. They're not Nick. They don't do that per se, but they're right in the same ballpark. And they love it. It's do you like seeing the births and the new babies and all the bringing into the world and and helping them because a lot of times babies have little problems here and there and those nurses and doctors are the ones that are doing the little surgeries on hands this big and stuff like that. So you got good eyesight?
Yes.
Good. That might be important. The parts are tinier. Good deal. So, as far as the season goes, when's your next game here at home? And want to invite people out to? When do you guys play next?
We play Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yes.
Good deal. And it's going to be here in Goddard, or are you guys on the road?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
confirm.
it's against Carlsbad.
I think it is against Carlsbad, and I think it is here. But let me
we have
check.
a home season, so it's a lot of games here.
Okay, good. So come out. How's Carlsbad this year? They got a pretty good squad?
Every year they're pretty good.
Okay.
They're pretty
So
good fight.
You got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
We have Carlsbad and Hobbs next week.
Okay.
So both home, the 5th and the 7th, if y'all want to come out.
Yeah, come out and support them, root the team on, and these are some of the big schools. So you got to.
Yes,
so you
these
guys,
are the 5A schools.
Yeah, these are the big schools.
We have to put up a fight with them.
Yeah, and they usually have more players and all that. Kind
Yes,
of
sir.
stuff. So good deal.
A little bit tougher.
Well, thank you guys for coming in, and good luck on the season, and good luck, and we can't wait to, you know what, it's going to be like, you're going to blink your eyes, and you're going to be walking across the stage. It's that quick. It's just going to go quick. So congratulations, guys. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck, and hopefully we got some trophies to match your shirts at the end of the season here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, it is 7:28. We're going to pause for news and all that. Don't go away.
Now, your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tense moments on Thursday at Carlsbad High School after gunshots were reported near the campus. Police responded to the intersection of West Church Street and North 10th when the school resource officer reported hearing the gunshots near the student parking lot. Officers immediately secured the area and started a search. It was determined, though, that the incident did not happen on school property and was not linked to any current or prior school activity. Anyone with information, however, is urged to call Carlsbad Police. A recent celebration involving the Artesia Chamber of Commerce and a local business. A ribbon-cutting ceremony held at Shampooch's Day Spa, the business at 1006 West Fairgrounds Road. And a reminder, the 20th Street Reconstruction Project in Artesia enters its final phase next week. Starting Tuesday, 20th Street will be closed to all traffic both ways from West Main to West Grand. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Are you one of those who will answer an email at all hours of the day and night? The latest research says that being a slave to your email hurts you. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by ExpressVPN. Secure your online data and get an extra 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. University of Sussex in England researchers analyzed 62 studies of how we deal with email. If you answer email after hours, especially weekends and holidays, just trying to keep up with the never-ending arrival, it's guaranteed to make you less productive and more stressed out. Pick a specific time of day to switch off your email. Have it post an automatic out-of-office reply so senders know not to expect a reply until you begin work again. Now, if you're concerned about missing something important, make a small list. I'm talking about 3 to 5 senders who will get through any time and never receive the out-of-office response. For all the others, turn off the pinging email alert sound, set your boundaries, and try to stick with them. And get tech smart with my free email. Sign up now at getkim.com. Here's why I recently ordered emergency medications for my family from Jace Medical. Supply chain issues have plagued almost every industry over the last few years. And just recently, the FDA declared a global shortage of medication and warned that critical antibiotics are in extreme short supply across the U.S. That's why Barry and I got a Jace case from jacemedical.com. So our family isn't left without potentially life-saving medications in an emergency. Do you and your family a favor and get your Jace case today. It comes with 5 prescription antibiotics used for common emergencies. Just visit jacemedical.com and fill out a simple form. Your information is reviewed by a board-certified physician, and the medication is dispensed by a licensed pharmacy at a fraction of the regular cost. You'll be glad you have the Jace case. Just go to jacemedical.com and enter code Kim at checkout for a discount on your order. That's promo code Kim at JASEmedical.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm for our holiday weekend. We have a low-pressure lee trough just east of the mountains, and that'll be cranking our temperatures up to about 100 by this afternoon. Should get sunshine, lots of dry air moving in from the south, and then tonight we'll get clear skies, mid-60s, upper 90s to about 100, and sunny on Saturday. We'll stay right around 100 on Sunday and Labor Day. We get lots of sun. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. We got some football going on tonight, and this looks like an interesting ball game. Roswell is 2-0 after blowing out opponents their first 2 weeks. Last week it was Santa Fe 58-6, and they'll be taking on a Hobbs team on the road at 7 o'clock. Hobbs is 1-1. Got smoked last week by Artesia, but defeated Clovis pretty easily in the first weekend of the season. Meanwhile, Goddard at home at the Wool Bowl tonight against Deming. This is a rematch of a playoff game last year when Deming ousted the Rockets. Goddard last week lost to Carlsbad 27-19. They'll host the Wildcats tonight at 7. Also on the docket, you've got Dexter at Hagerman tonight. Dexter's 2-0, Hagerman 1-1. NMMI 2-0 at home against Texaco, and Gateway Christian at home against Chesterton Academy. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
The tool used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called a Brannock device. The person that measures your feet at home for no reason is called a creep with a foot fetish. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 33 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Victory Outreach, Pastor Pat Laney, Phil Wood back with us. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How's your Friday going?
Oh, it's going.
It's going
good, nice and early.
Yeah.
Good to be up early.
Getting out and about, doing your thing, and you guys are always busy.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to just see busy, go on to Facebook and just look for the Victory Outreach Roswell page, and then like and follow it, and then. But pretty much every day you guys are posting about events or just different stuff going on and things happening through the church, and pretty much every day and every week there's at least some kind of either if not service or event that folks can be a part of or celebrate God with. So you guys keep it busy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, we have a lot of stuff going on. We just had we're in the middle of a busy season. We've had a lot of good stuff so far this year.
Good.
I know us, the men just got back from a great men's conference in San Antonio for Victory Outreach. And
how hot was it there?
Oh, it was an armpit.
Yeah, I imagine.
It was the armpit of America.
Because they get our heat with the muggy.
Yeah, so bad.
It's like, remember the Alamo? It's like, it's too hot. I remember sweating my butt off.
Yeah, we'll remember it all right. My deodorant remembers it.
That's right. It too fell. But well, cool. So was that like a national thing, or
so all the Victory Outreaches, we have a few conferences every year. This is where all the men. We had people from Victory Outreach Manchester, England, Victory Outreach Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, cool.
All over the world, just men came for the conference, and the theme talking about he's coming like time's short, time's short, and our founder Pastor Sonny his message was based around that, and the underlying theme was whatever you're gonna do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're gonna do for Christ, do it now. And and that we've been in kind of that same vein for a while. Like, if you're gonna make a change, let's change now. If you're gonna tell someone you love them, tell them now. You
never know what tomorrow's gonna give you. So
absolutely.
Do it while you got it.
So we got like a new sense of urgency to love our city, to reach our city, to help people. It's great.
Sure. And the beauty of it, once you accept it, that's easy. I mean, once you accept it and everything and God into your heart, and you're just kind of, it's easy to love on people. That it's just be nice, be loving, be caring, and you don't know how much progress and how much connection you can make with people just by simply being nice.
Yeah.
And that's the good stuff. So it really, I know once it's hard when your head's not in the right place, but once you find that, it really is. Because it's become something you want to do, not something that you feel, oh man, I gotta,
and even last night we were talking about the fruits of the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like things that you can tell. Like when God does a work in your life, there's evidence.
Absolutely.
It's the way you act and love people, and it's like one of those things. It's like if you get your heart right, you'll have no problem helping other people.
Sure. Well, and this is the beauty, and this is, really the message that Victory Outreach always has been preaching from the highest mountain, is that it's never too late.
Right.
It's never too late to make the change and to make that decision to give your life to Christ and to be back on the path. And you can fall off 27 times, and you'll be invited for the 28th every single time. You that's the, again, beauty of God and Jesus. They don't turn you away. They're always in your corner, even when you walk away. When you decide to come back, they're sitting there with open arms. And that's what's so great about it. I was at the concert last night, and it's like, and this is something you got to remind ourselves as Christians, is Jesus took care of all this for us. All the sin, all the things all the dumbness we do on this earth, Jesus covered us in God's eyes. All we got to do is do our best to live like Jesus and try that. And he knows we're going to screw up, and we're going to keep screwing up. But as long as you keep staying on that path, you'll be all right in the end. And that's the message. And no matter what you've done, Jesus already paid that price. You know what I mean? That's Christianity. He's already paid the price for you. Our our O sheet to God is 0. All we got to do is live like Jesus to keep it that way, and just try to stay on the path and try to keep living. And that's life. Am I off base
for
here?
those that got off the path, the time's now. Let's get back on the road. Let's do it.
So please come out, come be a part of.
I think believe that God didn't create us to live in depression. God didn't create us to be drug addicts. God didn't create us to be out. It's like now's the time. If you're struggling with something, let's go. Let's get back to church. Let's give our lives back to God.
And humans are built to need each other. That's just how humanity is.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have our I want to do my thing my way, and sure we have that, but at some point in your life, you need others.
Yeah.
You need people, and this is where this helps with that. And I get it, because I'm one of those folks. I'm like, I'm a loner. I can kind of work comfortably in my own skin like that. But there are times in my day it's like, man, I need help here. I need someone, and I'm guessing a lot of folks that come to you guys are going to be people that don't look for help, don't want help, and so you kind of have to first crack through that nut to say, yeah, you're going to need help. You know what I mean? But it just takes time. But what I'm telling you is the more you go and see it, the more the light bulb happens.
Yeah.
And so you've got to. And so I think when you're dealing with your problems, sometimes surrounding yourself with people is the fix. You know what I mean? The social, and even when you're feeling a little down or depressed or down on yourself, this is where church comes in, helping each other out. We all have bad days. We all screw up. We all do things that make us feel depressed, sad, unhappy at times. That's part of life. How do you deal with it? And that's where you guys are saying, I got that answer. Come on down. Let's talk. Let's celebrate God. And in that course of doing that, the rest will work itself out. And that's really what it is. It's you guys aren't going to walk in with answers. You can't be like, I'm addicted to this, and this. What do I do? It ain't going to be like, here's your 7-point checklist to do these things, and you're going to be just A-okay.
Even if we told them what to do, it's like, that's not what they wanted to hear.
Exactly. It really is. It's like, no, you just got to change your relationship with God. And once that happens, the rest will, the other answers will come to you. God will tell you what's next for you, what you feel's in your path. He will put in your heart what you feel you need to do next. Let's and sometimes you need to say, all right, let's, I know you're trying to look at the forest from the trees, but let's focus on the one tree here first before we deal with the next tree.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Exactly.
One step at a time.
And so Victory Outreach could be that place that helps you kind of find your groove.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they do it by singing, celebrating, praise, and worship. It's a celebratory experience every time you guys go and do an event or a worship or anything like that. It's not like, oh, come on, we're bummed, we got to do better. Come on, no, it's, hey, we're here.
We're very exciting people, for sure.
Exactly. It's no different.
Hey, serving the Lord's fun.
Yeah. Right.
I always say, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Sure. Well, it's like movies, right? Like when your buddies say he want to go see a movie, it's a funny, goofy comedy. It's usually not hard to get people. But then when you're doing like a Schindler's List or something real heavy, people are like, I don't know if I can. You know what I mean? Well, it's that thing too. It's like, yeah, I get it's important. I want to see it, but I don't want to be bummed out for 3 hours. So, we're like, I'm going to go see Dumb and Dumber.
What are you trying to say about this, Mike?
I'm just saying, we as humans, it's all of us. This is me. This is a mirror, right? Put a big fat mirror right there. And so we praise that way too, because it is a celebration.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all good stuff. I was like I said, and I was at the Guy Penrod concert last night, and he had said something about gospel. And he goes, the word gospel translates to good news. He goes, there shouldn't be bad news in gospel.
Right.
It's all good news.
Yeah.
So, and when he said it, it resonated a little bit with me in my head when he said that. So he ain't wrong. We're going to church to hear and learn and celebrate good news, not be depressed.
Right.
So is there any things on the calendar we want to make sure we want to get the public to come and see you guys?
Absolutely. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, September 10th, we have our second Hope for Roswell event. Yes. We're having Pastor Sal Perez. He sings Christian oldies.
Yeah, you're going to do a little oldies.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Hopefully we'll get some some cars out there, a little show and shine. Hopefully, we're trying to get some people there for that, and
we
yeah,
got some cool cars
great
in town with these car clubs and
yeah,
things.
we sure do.
So yeah, if you want to just kind of meander on out, and
absolutely, we'll put you in a parking spot.
You know,
you want to show your car off? Come September 10th. It's I believe it's at 6 o'clock, 6-ish.
The show and shine will start, I think, at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
So if you do want your car, you can get with. You can give me a call at 575-291-4107.
Is this going to be at the church, or is this going to be like on the courthouse area?
At the church.
Okay, at the church.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And or like Pastor said, if you just show up and you want to show off your car, just hold on up. We'll give you a
Find
spot.
Hold on up. Yeah. We'll say here.
Cars and bikes.
Cool, looks good. Come on and be in the show.
Yeah, and Pastor Sal, he's awesome. It's so quality, the music. It's like
it's
oldie music with Christian lyrics, and it's a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I imagine it'll be food, and it'll be a celebration. It'll be just like a block party of celebrating God. Come on. And like I said, come out and
another thing about it's a completely free. Well, the admission's free.
Okay.
But we're moving into a season now, Victory Outreach Roswell, where we're making a move on getting a building, a home of our own.
Okay.
We've been partnering with Pastor Tom and the Presbyterian Church, and it's been a great experience so far, and they're wonderful people. But we're getting to the level now that the kids are moving out of the house.
Well, it's hard to run two churches in one church. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If anyone made a wonderful experience, it was Pastor Tom and the Presbyterian.
Yeah. Tom Blake and Presbyterian or Westminster Presbyterian Church has been your home there, and they've been gracious. But yeah, like you said, it's like we're thankful and we're going to use it.
Yeah.
But we need a bigger we need a bigger facility to do
So we're saving up for the down payment on a building. We got a building. We're in talks and all that kind of stuff. We're actually meeting this. We have this morning, but we're actually meeting with the bank right after this.
Okay.
But so at this concert and at our next one, they're both free events as far as admission, but we are going to be picking up a special offering for our building fund and selling some concession stand for the building fund. So if you want to help Victory Outreach Roswell get a home of our own,
absolutely,
come to the concert and you'll have an opportunity to help there.
Yep, because not only you're helping the people here currently, you're also providing a home for the next generation and the generation after that. So come on out, praise and worship, and sure, if you want to throw $5, $10, $20, $100, whatever you can afford.
2,000.
Yeah.
We need, that's what we need.
Any of that stuff. Well, yeah, I hear you. Well, that's what last night someone gave guys some money to do an example. I was like, did you get that money back? there was Ben Franklin on one of those. I'm just saying. yeah, I hear you. But yeah, please, if you can help with it, but whatever you can afford. I mean, if you can't afford it, no biggie. Come out, celebrate God. That's the important thing, and hang out long enough. Maybe we can, help you get a little bit more money.
We're firm believers that it's not heavy if we all help.
Sure.
You know what I mean? As far as helping people.
More hands make less work. That's always the saying, and it's very much the case. Now, I'm just, gee whiz, curious. If you guys, are we just trying to get the money part? Have you kind of thought of a location and a facility
we talked to the owner of a building. We don't want to put it out there yet because there's no.
But plans are in.
Things are in.
Concrete plans. I should say.
We've taken the tour of the building. We've been in communication with the owner and our realtor.
Good. So hopefully we'll have an announcement in the future here.
Hopefully soon, yes.
But in the meantime, come on out to Westminster Presbyterian Church for all things Victory Outreach until that time has come, including the 10th next Saturday. Come on out.
Sunday,
I'm sorry, Sunday the 10th. You are competing with football.
Yes, and the Cowboys are playing, but
So no one needs to be at home watching the game. You can be out at Pastor Sal.
They're going to lose anyway, so don't worry about it.
You know what? I used to like you guys. Not anymore.
Well, so I
know.
Not a fan.
Yeah. I know it's been a hard couple years, Mike. So
it has, but
we'll give you a break.
I too have hope this year. We have new owners, a new Messiah. But yes, and you can DVR it now. But yeah, come on out, man, and come out and and just celebrate. Come have fun. The football will be there, I promise. And if you're really that, don't tell your spouse, but keep your phone on the DL and be like, all right, Cowboys scored. And then you go and
No one actually does that at church events. All right?
This guy
Especially not me.
He watches the game during church. Okay.
all of a sudden feels like, hey, you're like, I didn't say anything. That move in here is
I said that's good preaching right there.
hallelujah. All I said was good morning.
When you're a Chiefs fan like me, there's a lot of time to praise lately.
Oh, shoot,
Here we
Chiefs
go.
fan. He's going hallelujah every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I
during that
know.
game. They score 50 points a game every week. But all kidding aside, come on out September 10th for the big classic Christian oldies music, car shows, praise and worship, love offering, food. It's fun out at the church here. Come spend your Sunday. Bring the whole family.
Absolutely.
Bring the kids. Bring everybody. Just come and have a big fun shindig, celebrating God and just having a good time and hopefully one step closer to the new home here.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. And of course, if you're looking for a church home, regardless, we always talk about Victor Outreach, and yes, you kind of have the special caveat of helping folks with addiction, things like that. That's kind of the foot in the door. But by all means, it's a church. It's a house of God. Come with your problems, come without problems. It doesn't matter. Just because you don't have an issue like that doesn't mean that Victory Outreach isn't right for you. If you love God and want to celebrate it, come. So even if you've hit the bottom of the barrel and you need help, Victory Outreach is for you. But if you still got plenty of barrel below you, and you want to celebrate God, come on down. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, it's not just for
absolutely. That's kind of
it's a big part, but there's room for everyone.
It's a
absolutely.
church. Sure, you just have kind of a special niche that we want to help the people that really have fallen off the path a little bit, and we want to help. And all churches are like that.
For those that may have not come from that lifestyle, there might be a few analogies you hear over the pulpit.
Sure.
Just don't.
Sure. But I think even people that maybe didn't deal with addiction can relate to it in other ways. You know what I mean? Because we all struggle. Even if maybe it's not drugs or alcohol, but maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's, interactions. Maybe it's just other decisions in life. You can't seem to get along with people or whatever, and it's causing other things to fail in your life. And
absolutely.
And all of that's falling off the path a little bit. And just because you're not doing something that isn't to the point where you're like, all right, well, you see it's on the news on evenings at night. This is what I'm saying, and I guess my whole point is, Victor Outreach is for people that have really fell off the path, but it's for anybody. It's not a requirement. You don't have to come and be a part of Victor Outreach and be part of the home and the church. And if you just want to celebrate God, you don't have to come and say, well, shoot, I got to get addicted to drugs first before I go over. No. We'd love to have you when you're not that part either, too. It's if you're a human being and want to worship and celebrate God, then you have a place here. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all you need. So please don't feel like, is it for me? Is it not for me? If you want to celebrate God and want to have fun in doing it and meet some cool people, then it's for you, regardless of your past or background.
Yeah.
So that's the point I was trying to make.
Absolutely, Mike.
Because I think some people might kind of pigeonhole you and say, well, I that's for folks with bigger issues than I got. No, it's not. No,
right.
We just spotlight the fact that folks with bigger issues come see us. We're specialized in helping you.
Yeah.
And so speaking of that too, if you are struggling, if you're looking, maybe you've hit that bottom. Maybe you're not. You've turned. Everyone's turned their back on you. That's something that generally speaking, addicts have to hit the bottom for something. If you're there, or if you're just wanting to talk, or maybe you're a family member of someone in your family that's struggling and you want advice and things, Victor Outreach can be a resource for you to help there, and it's all in their court. Like you guys will help, but they got to reach to you. You know what I mean by that? It's like I'm gonna.
Their decision.
You put the hand out. We're gonna grab it and bring you in, but you got to put the hand out.
Yeah,
and that's where we got to get to. And so.
Yeah, Mike. So for those of you, if anyone out there hasn't heard, we do have a free men's home right here in the city of Roswell. It's a Christian faith-based home. It's completely free. You don't need insurance. You're not being charged anything. It's a 12-month home. Men come in. Yeah, we come in. Like I'm a graduate of our home. I'm the home director now. God's used me to come out here and help my pastors pioneer a church and pioneer the home. I was a heroin addict for over 15 years, homeless out in Albuquerque in the war zone. And I went into the home, and it's a place where you come in, you think it's just about the drugs, and it's more than that. It's about, like, first of all, gaining a relationship with Christ, and also from personal experience. And I know my Pastor Pat would probably agree with this. It's about getting rooted in something, because in the world I was rooted in all the wrong things, and I was lost, hopeless, just out there running around, acting like a fool. And it was when I came into the home, I began to get rooted in Christ and found a place, found a purpose in this ministry. And God raised me up to help open up a home and pioneer a home and be a director and disciple men who came from a place where I came from. That's what the home's really about. It's we look at the drugs, we call it a Holy Ghost setup. It's what the Holy Spirit used to get us here.
Sure.
But it's more than that. It's about answering the call of God on your life. And I know personally from experience in the home and post the home, God's restored my family. You know, my son, he's 15 years old. In the past year, he's learned how to play the drums. He's getting really good. He's teaching himself to play the keyboard. My daughter, she's involved in our youth ministry, our young adult and student ministry. She's, you're
gonna be able to start a Partridge Family deal at the end here, aren't you?
It's in the home is where God really gives us
whole family musician.
God's really given us promises, and He stays true to His promises. So it's and even for those that, like you were saying, who say like, "Hey, I'm not a drug addict. I've never been an alcoholic." You know, I don't know if that's the church for me. I would encourage you to come try it out and see what we're about, because it's not just about being on drugs. Because, you know, we here at SEG, especially in our international all the time, it's like Jesus wasn't a drug addict either, but He still loved people, and that's what we're about. We're about reach. We have a powerful vision at Victory Outreach, our international, and even here with our pastors here in Victory Outreach Roswell, our international vision is to reach the lost and the hurting. It's about loving people.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be a drug addict to love people or to know where they're at. It's just about going out and showing the city of Roswell some love and reaching the treasures out of darkness in our area. But if you do know someone who's struggling with drugs or alcohol, or maybe you are yourself, you could always give us a call.
Absolutely.
We don't currently have a women's home in Roswell, but if there are women out there who are looking for help, you could give us a call too. But
we have a place to put you.
Yeah, I can reach out to some of the women's homes and
it may be a better situation for you, the fact that you're not here in Roswell, if you're from Roswell. I mean, a lot of times people in your Victory Outreach home here in Roswell are from other parts of the state because they need to get out of the circles they were in, that how they ended up in there where they were in the first place here. So that's also a little bit of the recovery too. So don't fret if you're a female and you're like, well, I can't stay here. No problem. That might be a good thing for you. It might give you a chance to really focus on what you need to do next and have less distraction. It's a good thing. So.
Yeah, and if anyone is looking for help, or just say you want some more information on the homes, you could always give me a call at 575-291-4107. Like Mike was saying, maybe you just need someone to talk to. You want more information. Maybe you're looking to come into the home right away.
Absolutely.
Just give me a call, 575-291-4107. That phone number is never off. It's on 24/7. I get calls in the middle of the night sometimes.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, you get all hours. But here's the thing. Pastor Pat said at the beginning here about why not today. That's what I'm saying. If you're thinking and listening, you're hearing this, why not make that call today? Why not do it?
Tomorrow's never promised.
Exactly. And let's start, even if it's just a phone call, to talk, to just bend an ear and just talk a little bit. Please reach out. Let's see if we can start that step today. Why not? Why, as Pat said at the beginning, why not today?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. So please reach out. I just saw we're almost out of time here. Is there any other information we absolutely before I get
No, I think that's good. Done? Show up Sunday, September 10th.
1 week from this Sunday here.
5 o'clock.
Against Westminster Presbyterian Church there.
2801 West 4th.
Yeah, it's right behind Champion Motorsports and all that there on West 2nd. If you turn on to, what is that, Sycamore or whatever, it's that road right next, you'll see it right there. It used to be the Masonic Temple there. I don't know what that facility is next to the church now. I used to live in those apartments when I first moved to Roswell, those little apartments that are right there behind it used to be Ramada, now it's another hotel there and all that. I live, and so that was a Masonic temple right there. That's on, and then Westminster Presbyterian Church. So it's right there. You can't miss it. Right next to Enchanted Hills Park. There.
Yeah,
you can't miss it there.
Yeah, the show and shine starts at car show and shine starts at 5.
Okay.
The concert starts at 6. We want to invite the entire community out.
Yeah.
Like Pastor was saying, the admission is completely free.
Yeah, there will be a love offering or donations, but come out, bring the family, bring just come and bring yourself and bring your family. Come have fun. And like, what time did you say, Phil? The car show and everything starts.
Car
again?
show and shine will start at 5.
Okay,
and then the concert will begin at 6.
All right, come out for some Christian oldies, and I imagine there's you probably have a slew of different artists and things.
Yeah, we do. We Cross will be there, and we have Yeah,
matter of fact, last time you guys, I think we got to meet some of the artists that will be performing at that, but at other events and things too that you guys have too. So if you missed one performance, don't worry. We'll have another event that you can come and check them out too. And also talk about service times if folks just want to come.
Yeah,
and
service times are Sunday mornings at 11:30.
Okay,
and our Thursday nights at 7 o'clock.
All right,
and then we also have a student and young adult service Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so come and I imagine come hungry. There's always food at these things.
There's the Sunday morning we have donuts at 10:30, donuts and coffee. So, yeah,
that's the fuel you need.
Yeah.
Very good. And of course, if you have any questions or anything, you can Victory Outreach Roswell on Facebook's a great place.
Facebook, Instagram. We're very active on social media.
Absolutely.
We have one of the best graphic designers in the entire city. It's actually she just celebrated her birthday. She's my wife. So,
happy birthday!
Yeah.
So you got extra plans today. You got an extra special weekend because if you mess that one up,
yep.
Do you have a doghouse at the church? You might need to move into that one. That's the official doghouse of the people that screwed up here at the church. But please come in. And what's the website too if they want to come to?
We operate mostly on our Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram, Victor Outreach Roswell.
Yeah,
you can reach out if you have questions, shoot a message, or if you want to find out, like if you missed all of our stuff, if you're driving and missed dates and times.
And if you missed a service, we do all of our services on Facebook Live, and you can go on our Facebook and you can see our last tons of messages on our Facebook Live also.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want to kind of check out the church before you check out the church, you can do that on our Facebook.
Yeah, you can get the vibe right there too. So
absolutely.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you all next time. I think next week we'll see you guys here, right? Day before the event, last minute reminder. Here.
Yeah.
So good deal. So we'll see you guys next Friday and have a blessed week and stay cool. It's going to be like 102 next week. So good deal. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
Pace of job growth compared with earlier this year. The unemployment rate rose from 3.5% to 3.8%, the highest level since February 2022. A decelerating job market could help shift the economy into a slower gear and reassure the Federal Reserve that inflation will continue to decelerate.
Correspondent Jeremy House. First a hurricane, then a tropical storm. Idalia may be gone, but it left a lot of damage. Cleanup underway across 4 states. After pounding Florida's Big Bend, the storm moved on to spark flooding in Georgia and South Carolina and torrential rains in North Carolina before moving out to sea. President Biden is pressing Congress for more spending, billions more for disaster relief, and he wants the money now.
We need this money done. We need this disaster relief request met. We need to do it in September. We can't wait.
The president speaking during a visit to FEMA headquarters in Washington. He's planning a trip to Florida tomorrow. Hawaii is launching several investigations into individuals who have allegedly made offers for property in the fire-ravaged town of Lahaina. That would violate an emergency order signed by Governor Josh Green. It's aimed at preventing speculators from grabbing up property in the midst of the wildfire disaster. One person killed, another critically injured. A shooting yesterday near a large shopping center in Austin, Texas. Police say the gunman also died of a gunshot wound. Watching Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 205 points and NASDAQ ahead 22. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
God bless you. An investigation is underway into the fire in Johannesburg, South Africa that killed at least 74 people. The BBC's Pumza Palani says it destroyed a 5-story building used by homeless people and squatters.
The building had been declared unsafe, but still became home to hundreds of migrants from neighboring countries, as well as South Africans from poorer provinces drawn to the city by the hope of a better life. Officials have described it as a hijacked structure, a term used for derelict buildings illegally taken over by property gangs who rent out each room individually, often to dozens of people. Survivors face days of uncertainty, having been left without a home or any belongings, as the investigation into what caused the fire begins.
100 more firefighters dispatched to northeast Greece. A massive blaze in its 13th day has flared up again. News and analysis, townhall.com. An Arkansas law aimed at protecting youngsters online temporarily blocked by a federal judge.
That law would require parental consent for minors to create new social media accounts. U.S. District Judge Timothy Brooks granted a preliminary injunction requested by NetChoice, a tech industry trade group whose members include X, formerly known as Twitter, and Facebook parent Meta. The law was signed by Republican Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders and had been set to take effect September 1st. Similar restrictions have been enacted in Utah, Texas, and Louisiana, but Arkansas's was the first scheduled to take effect. Opponents have argued the restriction violates the First Amendment. Keith Peters reporting.
While the economies of the U.S., China, and other major countries struggle, India's economy is surging. The Indian economy grew by an impressive 7.8% in the latest quarter. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce?
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 of Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday! Bell's taking the weekend off. Bell's already on weekend mood.
It's Labor Day Bell.
Yeah, it's in weekend mood.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ready to work.
That's right.
Happy Friday, everybody. You made it. Welcome to it.
The unofficial end of summer on Monday.
Yeah, although the weather won't tell you that.
No, not close. The official end of summer isn't until towards the end of the month, September 23rd.
Yeah. Although, in many of our heads, day one of school ended summer for me.
Oh, sure.
You know,
But it's still one of those.
Back to the fall routine.
Yeah, we're in the fall routine, but on the weekends we can still take the kids to the water slides at the aquatic center. So it's like
this is the last weekend of that.
It is in fact.
Even at my home pool.
Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, see, I got inside source. So I'm a big baller. I think we're going to close it like midweek next week. So I got the weekend and all that, and then you got a couple days after, like the 9th or 10th. I think Saturday.
Yeah, the outside pool at the aquatic center closes on Labor Day. I believe it's their last day, but the indoor pool will still be open for, of course, lap swimming and the other side of the pool for random play,
recreational swimming,
sure, which is still one of my kids' favorite things in the world to do is when it's cold outside, go swimming for some weird reason. My daughter loves. We like the idea.
I get it.
I've talked about it before. We like the idea of going as closer to Christmas as possible, so we can have our Christmas swim.
Yeah. I get it.
Go in there, take a quick dip, and then try to keep yourselves warm on the walk to the car.
I'm that same guy. They'll go to the boardwalk and get a big old ice cream cone in December and just sit there, the freezing cold, because I'm like, it's not going to melt quick. I could sit here all day and eat it.
That's right. I can enjoy this. I am in the deep freeze.
In the summer, you're like, quick, wolf it down before it turns to a pile of goo in your hand. Not me. I'm like, how you doing today, man? What's up? Hey, I went to the store last week.
Oh, it's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
Don't meme that.
Too late.
I know.
But, yeah.
Roy's already in there making, stills.
That meme with the numbers and the lady going, that's right
exactly. Julia Roberts.
Plotting, planning. But actually, it's not Julia Roberts.
It's not?
No, I it kind of looks like it. But I saw one of those articles that says, who are the people behind these? And they showed the real people.
Yeah.
And that particular one's some lady that's not famous.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of those clickbait articles that I remember reading a while back. And it was talking about who are the people behind the meme faces. Like that guy, that one older guy. Now he does whiskey commercials on there.
I know
and stuff.
the one you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like that. There's that.
Yeah,
him in
he's
front
called.
of the computer.
He's got a name too.
Like they hit them all. Like that little baby that does this with the fist. That was in there.
I think his name is Not Fine Ned or something like that.
But he's actually got a paying gig because of all that now, and he's like a spokesperson for some whiskey.
Renita Sora, the lady from the Math Lady or the Confused Lady.
Yeah.
Or the lady in the confused room is, in fact, Renita Sora, who's playing a character from a telenovela, Senhora do Destino, a popular show in Brazil.
Yeah, so right. Well, and
that's mind blowing.
And then there's this one picture of a guy that, and it's another popular one, and it's basically his cheeks and his face, and he just goes like that.
No, he goes.
Yeah, for a hot minute, I thought that was John Gruden, Jake Gruden. Yeah. For years I thought that was Jake Gruden, and then I looked up and it was a guy that just looks like Jake.
Right. I knew it wasn't anybody super famous, but there's things that my kids have said in the backseat of my car that I've had that meme flash in my head, and I've made that face. I'm like, okay,
yeah. But that one, because I thought that one was somebody. Right. I thought it was, and to be honest, the lady with the cat and she's yelling. Have you seen that one? It's usually the Karen one.
Oh, yeah, no. With the two split.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody thinks that's
Madonna.
Yeah.
To me, I keep looking
at Madonna.
It's not Madonna.
It's not Madonna.
But I'm one of those people are you sure? I keep looking I think you're lying. I think it is Madonna. And no, it's not. It's just man. Yeah, I read a whole thing about all those, and because that's me and that's what I do.
Hide the Pain Harold. That's his name. Hide the Pain Harold.
There he is.
Yeah. What's funny is I watched this YouTube channel. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but basically he does long form videos where they talk about trolls that they've done through 4chan and stuff, and he uses that guy as his main character.
Oh, okay.
He's that guy in the videos.
Yeah, that guy's probably making almost a living now.
If you ever get a chance, I'll try to find the series of videos. It's a little long of a dive, but if you ever get a chance, you should look up what 4chan did to Shia LaBeouf after Trump got elected, do you remember when he did the "he will not" or "he is not"?
Yeah, he had a couple moments of crazy there.
That whole protest thing. Well, 4chan destroyed him. They figured out where he was. They geolocated Shia LaBeouf no matter what he did.
Yeah.
He kept moving the flag and they kept finding a way to get to it and take it down and put up a meme flag. It's one of the funniest things. At one point, he literally only has a shot. It's a webcam shot of the flag. What is it? He is not. I can't remember what the phrase was, but it was on the flag. And it was just a shot of it against a blue sky. They cross-referenced cloud patterns in a specific area.
Wow.
And pinpointed the location, broke in the fence, climbed the tower, and got the flag.
Why isn't
He will not divide us. Thank you. That's what it was.
Why aren't they hiring these people for NSA and stuff?
Huh?
If they could track this dude down by clouds, why aren't they working for NSA and stuff?
Right? I'm saying, dude, the most genius minds
tap into these talents
in the world are just doing memes on the internet.
Yeah.
He will not divide us.
This is prison ingenuity all over again.
It's funny that was the flag was "he will not divide us." He did a pretty good job of dividing us.
Is he blowing up mad when he finds these?
That's why he kept moving it because he's like, "What? How are these people finding it?"
But is there videos of him virally just getting mad about it?
At one point, the first ones, he's out. It's in New York City. It's clear where he's at, and people were showing up because he was doing videos. They would show up in his videos and scream, do the Baba Booey thing, but just scream random phrases. Matter of fact, I can't say it on the air, but I'm pretty sure one of the other meme guys that used to show up in videos was in that. He showed up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Right in the
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that. Speaking of which, let me transition because it sort of relates, sort of doesn't. So,
of course.
So last night, went to the Guy Penrod concert at Grace Community Church. Great concert, amazing concert, great crowd, full house last night, and Guy was amazing. Did a great.
Oh, I already brought the house down. I'm sure
he did. He with his he preaches as much as he sings.
Yeah,
I would say it's almost 50-50.
Okay,
song to just preaching and talking, and it was great. He's very charismatic, very down to earth. You relate to everything he talks to, and by the way, he can sing too. But as amazing as the whole night was. The thing that blew me away the most, it just hit me different. I was like, I'm so fascinated by this, and I wish I had a chance to talk to him.
And here's the thing is, you didn't catch the show because I know you were watching Behind Guy all night long.
I'm always watching other things and stuff. That's me.
Right? That's the whole Naked Gun mindset. You just watch the background. That's where the cool stuff happens.
I was busy staring at the keyboard guy or the other guitarist, seeing what they're doing over there and all that. But So Guy, his band that he brought with him for this particular show, he had himself. He had a guy on keyboards, and then he had two gentlemen that were on guitars. One may have been a bass.
One lead guitar, usually either
one electric bass,
either a bass or a secondary guitar.
Yeah. So, he and John LeMay tipped me off to this before the show, and I'm like, no way, and so I was like, okay, and then. About 2/3 into the show, he revealed this same nugget of information Guy did during the show, and so people that saw the show know this nugget. But I found out just a bit before, and it blew me away. So, like I said, he's got the two guitarists. He's got the key guy on keyboard.
Yep.
One of his guitarists is Texas Ranger, and you're like, what?
Ranger.
Okay, not the TV show Walker, Texas Ranger.
Right, of course.
That's Chuck Norris. No one's Chuck Norris. However, the movie Talladega Nights.
Chuck Norris isn't even Chuck Norris.
Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby. I think many of you in the audience have probably seen this movie or know which.
I was going to pull up a clip, and I'm like, wait, it might not be radio friendly.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I pulled up some other things.
So, this man, young man, he's still pretty young. He's like early 20s. Was Ricky Ricky Bobby's son, Texas Ranger. Remember he had the two redheaded sons, Walker,
Texas
Ranger. Well, the guitarist in Guy Penrod's band is Texas Ranger. He's the one that said he's going to beat his grandpa like a spider monkey.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain funky old man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, I love Talladega Nights, love the movies. I'm me, I quote Anchorman and all these Will Ferrell and Adam McKay movies all the time. I will say this. Of the Talladega Nights, my favorite scenes are those two boys in the
100%.
movie. There's good jokes throughout, but some of the funniest lines and moments in that movie.
And the way they reform at the end. Whatever are you talking about, father? So good.
So it's funny that boy is now a Christian. To me, it's just you would have never thought that kid's character. Right. Obviously that's acting and character, and he's still an actor.
Right.
He was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know. I've never seen that, but I guess he's got a role that people know him from in that.
Okay.
And
it's crazy.
But he has his own band. He's a musician in his own right. I think Guy is one of his. He helps out and stuff, but he has his own band and his own thing, and he's acting, and
nice.
So I think he's kind of in and out. When Guy's on tour, he's like, well, I got to go do this, so I'll be here, and so he has a stable of musicians that kind of okay, you're not available, then we'll have another one of ours. Or if it's a bigger show, he brings more guys and it's a bigger band, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So I think he can adapt depending on the place that he's doing his show at. But anyway. I just thought that was so cool.
That's really cool. Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Unfortunately, I didn't. It was because I was ushering, and then I had to MC, and then I just didn't have a time where he was sitting in a room and I was sitting in a room.
Well, sure, not like, but I mean, like you could have you were the guy. I know Guy was the guy, but you were one of the guys. You could have pulled some strings.
I just was busy. I had other things going on, and I just didn't have a chance to do that. I wanted to. But because matter of fact, I about a third of the way into the concert, no, it was about over halfway, I was like, I got to pee, and I'm right up front, so I got up and went. But they had a visitors room for volunteers and things, and so they had a bunch of food and stuff in there, and I still hadn't eaten. I was starving, so I kind of moseyed in there. Finally got a chance to go to the bathroom, and I was like, ooh, there's a couple meatballs left, so I grabbed that. So right during that, I had to leave, and I was really busy a whole night, and I couldn't talk to him then because he was on stage doing his thing. But we just I did forget to tell you this.
What's that?
So
his name is Grayson Russell, by the way.
Yeah, his name is Grayson Russell. Yes. I also forgot to tell you this. So like I said, they had the volunteer, VIP room, whatever, and so. My wife was with me, and of course they got her up with the bracelet and all that she needed. And so this was before we kind of we're just getting ready to let people in and all that stuff. So I was busy being an usher, but Kim was like, go in the thing, have dinner, enjoy yourself. And so that's exactly what my wife did. So I got another pass that I was supposed to give her, and I'm like, oh, let me go track her down. So I go in and I find Jane, one of our pals. My wife in there goes, yeah, she's eating dinner. I was like, okay. I walk in there. Yeah, she's eating dinner. Sure is. With the Guy Penrod family.
What?
She's literally sitting at the table with Guy Penrod and all his family.
Wow.
My wife's just having dinner with them, chilling and conversing and chatting and just
that's one thing I will
shooting
say
the
about,
bull like they were old friends.
One thing I've always noticed about Kim is I think it's a byproduct of being with you,
maybe
married to you, is that she's very comfortable with just bigger named people. Like she doesn't get intimidated. She doesn't go fangirl.
Yeah. Well, she can.
She can.
People.
Oh no, she can. But there's other places where she's like, no, I can.
I just found it funny. I walked in. I'm like, oh, hey Kim, how you doing? They're just sitting back and.
Sure. That's my wife.
Well, what happened was she told me, she goes, literally, she got the Guy Penrod family sitting at the table eating, and Kim got her food, and she went to sit at another table by herself. And Guy's like, you don't have to sit alone. Come on over and sit with us.
Nice.
And that's exactly
got
what
the
she did.
Invite from Guy.
And so.
Dude, I want you to know, your marriage is secure.
Yes, it is.
But at that one split second, your marriage was in danger. When Guy Penrod himself invites you to come sit at his table.
Yeah, and he looked dreamy.
Of course he did.
The flowing locks,
I imagine,
the whole deal.
I imagine when he asked her, he was backlit. So that there was an angelic silhouette. Yeah.
The glow.
And he says, you don't have to sit alone.
Come forth.
Slide seat back. Come.
Yeah.
Sit with me.
Well, and he's salt of the earth. I mean, you literally could just shoot the bull with him about anything. He's such a charismatic and relatable guy. So It was a great concert for everyone that came. I'm hoping we're lucky enough that maybe he'll come back someday.
Yeah.
But you never know. Fortunately, we get family here.
He's got family in the area.
So at some point, family's like, you ain't been out here visiting us in a while. Come visit. I'm imagining. I have no idea how it goes down. I'm just doing it that way.
Penrod family reunion. Hey, doggy, come on in, guy.
Well, they're country like
course
us
they are.
around here.
Of course they are. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm allowed to make those jokes.
Yeah, country. Matter of fact, I went a little extra country. I'm seeing it. I didn't intend
I'd imagine you, here's the thing. When you're around it, you just sort of put on, you adopt the twang.
Like I didn't use spoiled. I used spolt.
Spolt. There was another one that my grandpa used to say. It was of a month. He'd say, instead of every, he'd say of a month.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it comes up a month and
I love those little turn of phrases.
Of a month.
Yeah. Probably should get our interview going.
Yes.
It's a shorter one, but I do need time to do it. Here in just a few minutes, we'll get you updated with the weather and all that. Then we're going to play our interview we had yesterday with Al O'Gean. He is a cybersecurity expert, and each month here for the next couple months, he was there last month, he's going to be doing a tips and identity theft and cybersecurity protection for you. Basic tips if you want to learn how to protect your identity better on the internet and all that. All of us could probably use a lesson or two on that. But Al is doing his little seminars each month. His next one will be September 10th, next Sunday at the Roswell Public Library at 2:30. Free events and all that. But we're going to play the interview with him, talk a little bit about that, and inviting you to his next one here in a week or two or so. So before we do any of that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm for our holiday weekend. We have a low-pressure lee trough just east of the mountains, and that'll be cranking our temperatures up to about 100 by this afternoon. Should get sunshine, lots of dry air moving in from the south, and then tonight we'll get clear skies, mid-60s, upper 90s to about 100, and sunny on Saturday. We'll stay right around 100 on Sunday and Labor Day. We get lots of sun. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 here in Roswell. Humidity is at 44% with winds out of the west at 5 miles per hour. This is going to be hot. I don't think I see. Well, it's 100 today with south winds 5 to 15. Tomorrow, 99 for a high with north winds 5 to 15. For you, Sunday, sunny and hot, highs back once again 100. For Labor Day, sunny and 102, and then rest next week we're 100 and above. 101 on Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, 102 on Thursday. So still summer, even though post Labor Day here and all that. So it's New Mexico. Just act accordingly. All right, it is 8:25. We're going to take a quick 3.5 minute break. Then we're going to play that interview we had with Al O'Gean talking about his event at the library. That's up next. Don't go away.
If you thought Labor Day was big before, wait until you hear this. Get savings across the lot on a great selection of both new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs this Labor Day weekend at Roswell Ford. Get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, plus 0% on select new Bronco Raptor, F-150, and Super Duty models this Labor Day weekend. With a job bringing home just $399 a week, Roswell Ford will push to get you approved. And Roswell Ford will take any trade, any condition, even if you owe thousands more than your car's value. Hurry to Roswell Ford this Labor Day weekend because the rebates, discounts, and savings end this Saturday. Roswell Ford, the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell.
Do you struggle with acne, eczema, or worry about skin cancer? Research suggests that 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70, but when detected early, 99% of skin cancer cases are curable. At Epiphany Dermatology of Roswell, we place special emphasis on prevention, screening, and treatment, so schedule your annual skin exam by calling us at 575-208-7050 or by visiting our website at epiphanydermatology.com and get checked today. Prevention is key.
Country Club Road Church of Christ will kick off their annual Journeyland program for grades 1st through 6th. Journeyland is a program where we travel through the Bible in 6 years. We will start Sunday, September 10th at 9 a.m. with prophets foretelling of Christ's birth, and will end with the parables in April. Our 2 teams consist of the red team, which is 1st grade through the 3rd grade, and our blue team, which consists of the 4th grade through the 6th grade. We welcome all children to join us as we continue traveling through the Bible. We also have our recharge meal every Wednesday night starting September 6th at 5:30. This allows us to fellowship with one another before going into our classes at 6:30. We have Cradle Roll, which is nursery age, preschool, Journeyland program, junior high and high school classes, as well as adult classes that will start at 6:30. Come out and join us starting Wednesday, September 6th for our first recharge meal at 5:30. Have a wonderful, blessed day.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
This ad paid for by Eddy County Lodgers Tax.
You don't want to miss Yucca Blossom's 3rd annual Summers and Extravaganzas Saturday and Sunday, September 16th and 17th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds in Artesia. Over 100 vendors are expected at this year's event. A petting zoo, train rides, face painting, bouncy houses, a stuffy bear station, and numerous food trucks. Whether you're hunting for a unique gift or just having fun with a family, come enjoy the Yucca Blossom Summers and Extravaganza September 16th and 17th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds in Artesia.
Are you ready to make a real difference in your community? Introducing the New Mexico Army National Guard. Serve your community with pride and become a part-time hero. Join our dedicated team and enjoy the adventure of a lifetime. Get full-time benefits without sacrificing your current career or education. When disaster strikes and your community needs assistance, you'll be there to lend a helping hand. So don't miss out on the opportunity to receive education, adventure, and financial stability, all while serving your country. Get started by visiting our website, nationalguard.com/NM.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, "No, I'm growing like a bamboo." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us on the phone this morning, Al Olguin joining us this morning. He actually is teaching classes each month at the Roswell Public Library. His next one will be here September 10th, and expert in protecting yourself online and things like that. Al, good morning. Thanks for spending some time with us. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the time as well. Good morning.
So first off, talk a little bit about the classes that you teach, and then we'll kind of get a little bit of, just kind of give folks a little bit of background and just tell a little bit about, your expertise and what you're teaching.
Yeah, so I'm working as a volunteer for the Association of Financial Educators. It's AFE. And what we do is we go out throughout the communities and provide educational on whether it be anything financial related. So right now with Roswell on September 10th, we're talking about specifically identity theft. The problems of identity theft. I think we've all kind of been exposed to some sort of identity theft, whether it be personally or know of a friend that had some interaction with it, and just certain, ideas on how to protect yourself. And, kind of, it's going to be here. It's not going to disappear. Now, the association, we also cover other things like retirement planning or Social Security. But with specifically with Roswell, Ms. Costley, she had been a victim of identity theft, and she was telling me her story. And then I'm like, well, we might as well start with something like identity theft because it's something where if your identity has been compromised, everything else financially related comes to a halt. You're not going to be sitting there saying, oh, should I increase my contribution to a 401k when your identity theft has been compromised? You kind of like, no, you got to put everything on halt and focus on like, okay, how do I get my identity?
Yeah, what the sad truth is, it's almost such a commonplace now that I'm going to be willing to bet that if you directly haven't had your account hacked at one point, you have an immediate family member that has. I would say within the last year or two for sure. You know what I mean? I just like for me personally, I can think of at least twice where I've had to redo my card and everything because somebody online somehow hacked my thing, and next thing you know, I'm seeing charges on my statement for products I know I didn't purchase. So I feel like that's more and more common nowadays, and I think there's a lot of people that can relate to exactly what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, no, exactly, and and it's our responsibility, you know, like when we have neighborhood watch programs, you know, for the neighbors, you know, making sure we, you know, the burglar or any crime statistics physically in our homes to protect our homes, we kind of have to have that same neighborhood watch for our identity, even though we may not, if we use the same, let's say, app like Amazon. We're as a community throughout the world that uses Amazon, and we're all going to be trying to be hacked. You know, we have to work together to help Amazon find these crooks.
Absolutely.
You know, because if I just delete it and ignore it, but then they might, you know, take advantage of somebody else. So it's kind of like, as consumers, you know, we need to help these companies that we utilize, like in Amazon, to help find these crooks that protect us all, to work as a community, like a neighborhood watch that we do. Like in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and there are tools and resources to help you do that. And that's where I think you can come in, because here's the thing. It's harder and harder. I mean, when this first was going, you start seeing like maybe shady emails or shady things popping in, and you're like, okay, they spelled Google wrong. That's a red flag. But you know, they're getting a lot better, where sometimes some of the, like when they send you spam emails, they're looking more and more legit, like from Bank of America and these various legitimate businesses. They're getting better at disguising them, making them think they look real. So you got to be a little smarter there. But I've always, my rule of thumb, and you please expand or discredit this, has always been, if you ever get any statements from people wanting money from you via email or a random solicitor phone call or anything like that, I immediately say, okay, thank you, and then call the actual people I know money to, and they'll tell you exactly whether you do or not. I know that's easier said than done, because sometimes they are very tricky, but really, I always found the best defense for some of that simple stuff is just, okay, thank you, and then hang up, and then call the people you actually have your money with, or whoever, and they can tell you whether you have a problem or not. You know, is that a good rule of thumb, or is there more to it than that?
No, I think that's exactly a good rule of thumb. I mean, if you look at it like, you know, I have a mortgage with Chase, and if you look at it, I'm getting some fraud emails from Chase, and if you click on that email, it looks exactly like the original email. But, you know, if something does not, if there's, you know, in your gut, if it doesn't make sense, like owe money, like why would I owe money? It looks legitimate, but it doesn't hurt to call your number that you have with Chase and say, look, I just received an email from you guys. Is this your email? And just to take that extra step, because if you look at those, they're very, you know, they look exactly, they're not on a low quality, they're very high quality. And it at any time in doubt, it doesn't hurt to call your financial institution and say, look, I just received an email. I don't understand this. Was this yours? If it's not, a lot of times that financial institution will ask that you forward that email to their fraud department so they can look it over. And that's another step, is that, you know, a lot of these companies that we deal with have a fraud department where we can forward these emails to them, and they can look over it and, you know, try to find out what's going on. Because,
well, it's in their best interest, because ultimately they lose money too. It's not just you losing money, and especially depending on who your business partner is with, or, you know, they may have some insurance on protecting you from that, but guess who loses money when that happens? They do. So they're going to make sure they're going after the people that are doing this too.
Exactly. You know, if we're spending hard money, you know, utilizing their services, that we have an issue, then we might as well help them help us, because they want to have happy consumers. They don't want to have consumers that are, you know, being taken advantage of. And definitely you want them to help us, you know, find these crooks. Basically, that's what they are. They're crooks. So.
Sure. So what's, you know, for in your experience and things, and I know you cover a lot more in this in the class, which I highly recommend, folks, especially if you're one that's just is happened more often, or if you're just not really sure how to combat this. I highly invite you to come out and see Al. He's going to be at the Roswell Public Library on September 2nd, September 10th at 2:30 p.m. He can come on. He's normally his classes are normally the second Saturday of the month, but in September it'll be on the 10th. There, I'm not sure if that's the second or not, but 2:30, he really covers all this stuff with security and protecting your assets online and all this kind of stuff. But the things that what I love about it is because they're getting smarter and they're getting better. People that are less attuned to this stuff are going to fall prey to it because they're very good at it. So the only way you can really avoid it is just put everything on your radar and trust nothing and use your sources. But I think coming to Al and talking to him and listen, you can really hear the threats, hear what you can do. I know, I'm guessing one of the big issues you deal with a lot with people that have identity theft issues and things is the password protection stuff, getting good passwords, so I imagine a lot of what you talk about is ways to manage that kind of stuff. Is that part of some of the stuff you teach?
Yes. So, a lot of times, like I said, I used to be where my password was the same for all of my access points. And now I've decided to say, look, I'm going to alternate my password for each site that I use. So just to make it unique in each one, because I don't want them, they have my passwords and they say, well, if we have a password for his bank account, let's try what he has at Amazon. Oh my God, it's the same password. Let's get access to that. Well, so I think it takes a little bit of time. So we get some ideas on maybe how to change your password for each site. And then, keeping those passwords secured in a file somewhere as well. Because sometimes we all forget, or sometimes the computer allows us to use, the thumb recognition that makes it easier to get access to it, but then we forget the password.
Because you're not typing it every day. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. So it's easy, but then we got to, just because it gives you easy access, you got to know each password and keep it stored safely, because one of those times where that thumbprint doesn't work, then we're all panicking, like, oh my God, I know my password. They don't, so some ideas like that as well. And I appreciate you encouraging them to attend. We are going to have some raffles, some gift, provide like a gift card on it. So if you attend, you'll be in a raffle for a gift card or two. And there might be some prizes as well to attend, because I know it's on a Sunday, and I know football season's coming along as well. But I'm highly encouraged to really, and it's free of charge, so there's
Absolutely.
no fee at all.
Well, you can DVR the football game, and you might end up saving a lot of your money or a lot of headache for your fight to try to get your money back by coming out to a free session and learning a little something.
Yeah, I can guarantee that your blood pressure won't be as high when you come to listen to me versus watching that football game and yelling at you.
But the Cowboys are going to make you mad anyways.
Yeah, they've been doing it for the past 25, 26 years, so they might as well do it another year.
The consistency, that's the key. Yeah. Let me ask you real quick, and I don't want to give everything away, but I do I am genuinely curious your thoughts on this. We were talking about password protections and things like that. There's a lot of services, companies that provide software and things that do like a password manager service for you, things like that. Do you find those useful, or those have pitfalls themselves?
I think the main thing, I think they can be useful, but I think you have to shop around.
Gotcha.
And I think that's the key. Just because you get, with social media, it's just, we get bombarded with advertisements and things of that sort. And we look at it and we say, oh, this sounds great. Let me go ahead and sign up. But I think it just takes the time to do it. And I think anything regarding identity theft, so the government, again, we all have complaints about the government, but there have some sites that are there to help us. And I think if people look at identitytheft.gov, it's a government website, and they'll give you some tidbits on what you can do also.
Okay.
In terms of protecting your identity, and they cover that as well. So there are sites out there, in addition to what we'll be doing at the Roswell Library. There is a site like identitytheft.gov that can give you some tidbits on how to protect your identity theft, because we all have to support each other and get involved, because, like we said, it's not disappearing anytime soon.
Sure, absolutely, and because I've always, I was thinking, I was like, well, that's handy to have the PAP, but what happens when you can't access the password manager because you forgot the password or you're locked out of that machine that has that. And I was like, well, now you're really in trouble. So I would imagine a cocktail of doing some of that smart stuff with the old school, just writing the passwords down in a notebook and keeping it in a secure place in your home. I imagine like a cocktail of both of those things are probably the ultimate best deal there. But I don't know. I mean, because there's pitfalls to both. There's no perfect plan, but you just got to kind of do as many obstacles in your way to throw in there to help protect you, but not make it so it blocks you out at the same time.
Yeah, I think sometimes simplifying, like you said, just keeping on a file, keeping it old school is going to help.
Yeah.
Again, technology is wonderful. It's not disappearing, but as we all understand, it's also adding complications in our life. And sometimes we stick to the basics, like just simply writing down, storing it in an area where you have access to it, because one of those things, like the palm print identity doesn't work, then we have to have that file and get access to it.
And then, of course, Microsoft here a couple of years ago did the move where now and this is more for if you're on a desktop or a laptop or something, they have you create a PIN to access your Microsoft stuff. And so now you put that PIN in, but that PIN is not your password. The PIN is just the PIN for your computer. So now people think the PIN's their password, and then they go to give their password in another thing, and they put their PIN in, and that doesn't work. And so it can get kind of confusing if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, and then sometimes your laptop will have that. You can use your palm print or your fingerprint and then get access that way. So hey, it's all fine and dandy. I love it, but you just got to remember, hey, in case this thing goes on the print, I still know my password, so I can get access to it. So if I have a deadline and the print reader's not working correctly, I don't want to start freaking out and say, look, I have my password here somewhere. Let me get access to it so I can get access to my computer.
Sure. The internet world's just like the real world in terms of, security and things like that. If you make it more difficult for them to do it, they're gonna less like. It's just like you were talking about at the beginning. You do things to protect your house, well-lit area and all that stuff. Having just, simple, just changing your passwords often and doing things like that, doing those little things, that can really help you. It's no different than trimming back your bushes and turning your lights on. It's actually the same thing in the cyber world, really. And so, like your home, you have to kind of groom it and stuff. So I think if you take no message out of this, just be on top of it, like you're saying, because it's easy to get complacent with the thumbprints and the facial IDs and all that. But it doesn't matter. Every one of those thumbprints and facial IDs have a password attached to it. And if you don't know that password, sometimes your security's so good you lock yourself out. So just remember that stuff. Otherwise, it's a nightmare to get back and that's the other thing, because you call the company, and if you don't have the passwords, they don't want to let you in because they might think you're not the person you say you are. So you have to go through the whole rigmarole to prove that you're you before they'll even let you access. So that's why it's such a important thing to know those passwords. It'll save you so much headache when you do that. I would guess most IT people on the planet, people that are fixing people's computers, they're dealing with password issues and things like that. They probably make a lot of money off that kind of thing.
Yeah, most definitely. And a lot of times, sometimes your whatever site you're accessing it, sometimes it doesn't hurt to maybe change your password, at least once a year, just to keep it fresh and things of that sort. It's very easy to use the same password the past 5 years, and sometimes it helps to maybe change it once every year just to make sure that you're just covering all the bases.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be people outside of our realm to get access to your computer, and sometimes changing it on a frequent basis, at least once a year, will help prevent those thieves from taking advantage of you.
Absolutely. And like you said earlier, different passwords, changing it. That way, if they do access your Amazon account, they're not like, oh, well, we'll see what else I can get at. Oh, here's the bank account. Here's their eBay account, whatever it is they're on. You literally use one password. It's like giving the key to everybody. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Good deal. So, folks, learn more. come on, come if you're thinking, oh man, I need to pay attention and learn more of this stuff. Come on out to the Roswell Public Library September 10th, here in about 2 weeks or so. It's going to be at 2:30 p.m. Come bring your questions. Bring do you now when they come to these classes? Do people bring devices they work on stuff, or is this more just talk and discuss?
This is more like talk and discuss.
Okay.
This is more kind of like giving some ideas, points on identity theft and what you can do.
Okay. So don't come with your broken laptops hoping he'll fix them.
No. No, not that kind of thing. Yeah. So this is just more of an informational thing. Of course, it's going to be obviously ask as many questions as you have, and I'll answer as best as I can.
Sure.
But yeah, this could be more of a presentation. And if you walk in, I don't know exactly which room I'll be in, but if you walk into the Roswell Library, just ask for the identity theft presentation, and then the one of the representatives with the library will be more than happy to show you which room I'll be in.
Absolutely, yeah. The staff will be very helpful, and I invite you to stick around afterwards and maybe check out a book or two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Al, is there anything you wanted to mention that we just spaced over, didn't get a chance to talk about? Anything you wanted to share that, like I said, we just didn't cover?
Yeah, so just to let the people of Roswell know, so we've been doing this every month. So if you're not able to attend this September 10th, we do it every second Sunday of every month. So I will be there in October, second Sunday of October and second Sunday of November. And then by then, we'll probably end it for the end of the year due to the holidays. But then we'll hope to continue this, doing this with Roswell Public Library on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, definitely. Please come and learn some. That's the thing. If for a free thing, this could be the one thing that really helps you navigate your finances and prevent you from having to deal with this on a regular basis. We live in a world now where almost all of us are impacted by identity theft in some way, shape, or form. Just be a little vigilant. You don't have to deal with it as often as others do. That's really the lesson.
Exactly.
Yeah. Al, as always, appreciate the phone call, and would love to have you on again, and maybe as we get close to the next one, and talk a little bit more about tech and how to protect yourself and everything else too. So.
I would love to. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Okay.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Al. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Al Ogina. Again, he's going to be at the Roswell Public Library September 10th. And that's his monthly. He's going to be the second Sunday of each month, 2:30, and he's going to be offering these free identity theft protection little seminars, classes. I think everyone should take, even if you kind of feel like you got it covered. I bet this gentleman has some ideas and things that could even help you another level there. So good stuff.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tense moments on Thursday at Carlsbad High School after gunshots were reported near the campus. Police responded to the intersection of West Church Street and North 10th when the school resource officer reported hearing the gunshots near the student parking lot.
Good morning. It is 20
Officers immediately secured the area and started a search. It was determined, though, that the incident did not happen on school property and was not linked to any current or prior school activity. Anyone with information, however, is urged to call Carlsbad Police. A recent celebration involving the Artesia Chamber of Commerce and a local business. A ribbon-cutting ceremony held at Shampooch's Day Spa, the business at 1006 West Fairgrounds Road. And a reminder, the 20th Street reconstruction project in Artesia enters its final phase next week. Starting Tuesday, 20th Street will be closed to all traffic both ways from West Main to West Grand. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
Hi, everyone. With today's Dallas Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. A Pro Football Hall of Famer and Ring of Honor member passed away at age 91. Memories of Gil Brandt right after this.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenAirport.com.
Cowboys Nation is big, and Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Gil Brandt, the scout who changed the way the NFL evaluates talent, has passed away at age 91. As vice president of player personnel and an innovator who changed the game, Brandt earned Hall of Fame and Ring of Honor status as he, along with head coach Tom Landry and team president Tex Schramm, formed the triumvirate that took the Dallas Cowboys from expansion team in 1960 to 2 Super Bowl wins and America's team popularity in their 29 years at the helm. Gil did it not only through draft picks, but also undrafted free agents like cornerback Everson Walls from Grambling. Everson appreciates what Gil did to help so many athletes from historically black colleges.
Guys like Mike Hegman, Too Tall Jones, of course, the great Bob Hayes, and he understood what we brought to the table.
That's today's Cowboys Report. I'm Christy Scales.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. consumer spending increased by the most in 6 months in July, but slowing monthly inflation rates cemented expectations that the Federal Reserve would keep interest rates unchanged next month. Canceled flights remained elevated as airlines faced their last big test of the prime vacation season, the Labor Day weekend. The Federal Aviation Administration predicts that this will be the third busiest holiday weekend of the year so far. Airlines canceled several dozen flights in Florida and Georgia on Thursday, but expected to operate at full strength Friday. A judge has rejected Burger King's bid to dismiss a lawsuit claiming that it cheated hungry customers by making its Whopper sandwich appear larger than it actually is. U.S. District Judge Roy Altman in Miami said Burger King must defend against the claim that its depiction of the Whoppers on its in-store menu boards misled reasonable customers. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Attention Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia, and surrounding areas. Roswell Tire and Appliance has what you're looking for with a great selection of refrigerators, freezers, washers and dryers, and ranges, and they can prepare your appliance as well with many models in stock and on sale. You can own it today. RTA services after the sale with repair, warranty, and delivery to Roswell and surrounding areas. Save big on a selection of scratch and dent appliances too, plus a great selection of tires and a team of people to help you when you need it most. Roswell Tire and Appliance, 101 South Main in downtown Roswell.
Country Club Road Church of Christ will kick off their annual Journeyland program for grades 1st through 6th. Journeyland is a program where we travel through the Bible in 6 years. We will start Sunday, September 10th at 9 a.m. with prophets foretelling of Christ's birth, and will end with the parables in April. Our 2 teams consist of the red team, which is the 1st grade through the 3rd grade, and our blue team, which consists of the 4th grade through the 6th grade. We welcome all children to join us as we continue traveling through the Bible. We also have our recharge meal every Wednesday night starting September 6th at 5:30. This allows us to fellowship with one another before going into our classes at 6:30. We have Cradle Roll, which is nursery age, preschool, Journeyland program, junior high and high school classes, as well as adult classes that will start at 6:30. Come out and join us starting Wednesday, September 6th for our first recharge meal at 5:30. Have a wonderful, blessed day.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If you thought Labor Day was big before, wait until you hear this. Get savings across the lot on a great selection of both new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs this Labor Day weekend at Roswell Ford. Get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, plus 0% on select new Bronco, Bronco Raptor, F-150, and Super Duty models this Labor Day weekend. With a job bringing home just $399 a week, Roswell Ford will push to get you approved. And Roswell Ford will take any trade, any condition, even if you owe thousands more than your car's value. Hurry to Roswell Ford this Labor Day weekend because the rebates, discounts, and savings end this Saturday. Roswell Ford, the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell.
Let's face it, guys, we're living in times where the truth is becoming more suppressed and censorship is increasing at an alarming rate, especially on social media platforms. It's Clyde, and I want to tell you about a safe and secure digital playground we put together just for you. It's aftermath.media. You get access to thousands of Ground Zero archives and podcasts, along with our private social media groups with your basic membership starting at only $7 a month. Each subscription includes tech support, access to the RSS feeds, along with our own chat room and Telegram channel. In addition, the premium membership includes research study groups, webinars, a document and movie library, a live video stream of Ground Zero, a monthly Zoom chat with me, and other bonus content. Be sure to check out our yearly specials as well. Sign up today while you're thinking about it. Sign up at aftermath.media. Again, that's aftermath.media.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:57. Got a few minutes here before news takes over at the top of the hour. A couple things I want to put on your radar here as upcoming events. The Chaves County Federated Republican Women have their Cowboy Prom coming up just a couple weeks away, Saturday, September 16th from 6 to 11 p.m. It's going to be taking place at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center. It's an all-night of dancing to the music of the Graham Brothers from Ruidoso. Get your picture made by Picks and Sticks Camper Photo Booth. They're going to have that there, plus an amazing dinner. I believe Peppers is, Peppers will be catering the delicious dinner. There will be a silent auction, a live auction, cash bar, and a card cut for a firearm as well. Tickets are available right now. You can get your tickets. They're $70 per person. You can call 575-420-8455. Again, that's 575-420-8455 to get your tickets. Also, if you if you're a Facebook user, you can go to the Chaves County Federated Republican Women's Facebook page. Just type in Chaves County Federated Republican Women. It should pop right up. Not a whole lot of those out there. And then you can like and follow. And if you have, hey, I want to get tickets or I got questions, whatever, or I'm not sure if there's sponsorship opportunities left, but if you'd like to, I'm sure they'd love to talk to you about that. Again, reach out to the number 575-420-8455. Or, like I said, go to the Chaves County Federated Republican Women's Facebook page and get that there. Also, don't forget, coming up here September 9th is the 2023 Dragonfly Festival. The Saturday, September 9th, they're going to start, actually Friday the 8th, they're going to have a little Dragonfly presentation about 6 for free, first come, first serve. And then they're going to have the Stargazers. They're going to do a stargazing party after that. And then Saturday kicks off kind of most of the events for the Dragonfly Festival. Early Bird Tour starting at 6:30. Dragonfly Tour start at 8. Wildlife Tour start at 8 as well. It's free to come, but to get on these tours, you need to have reservations. For reservations, you need to call 575-244-6256, 575-244-6256. Reservations fill fast. Call sooner rather than later. All right, it is 9 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Taiwan being assured of U.S. support should Communist China invade. Virginia Republican Rob Whitman is part of a congressional delegation visiting the island. He says any hostile, unprovoked attack on Taiwan will result in a resolute reaction from the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCall, also traveling abroad, says Russia's growing alliance with China is worrisome.
We have never seen a threat this large scale to Europe and the Pacific, I would argue, since World War II. The alliance with Chairman Xi and Putin provides a very big challenges, I think, for the free world. in this great power competition that we find ourselves in.
The Texas Republican, part of a congressional delegation currently in Sweden. The latest report card on the job market is in. America's employers grew their payrolls by 187,000 jobs last month.
That was above the consensus expectation of about 170,000. That being said, there were big downward revisions to job growth in both June and July. So, in fact, June was the weakest month for job growth in more than 2 years.
PNC Financial Services economist Gus Fauché. As the floodwaters recede, recovery efforts ramp up across multiple states slammed by hurricane and then tropical storm Idalia. Mountains of mud and downed trees to be removed, electricity to be restored. Pastor Jimmy Butler is in hard-hit Horseshoe Bend, Florida.
Horseshoe will never be the same for me, you know. But we'll rebuild and we'll hopefully be ready for the next one to come.
And President Biden planning a visit to Florida tomorrow. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 105 points, the NASDAQ down 22. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Japan's government imposing sanctions against 3 groups and 4 individuals for supporting North Korea's missile and nuclear development program.
Japan's chief cabinet secretary says the sanctions, in tandem with the U.S. and South Korea, are in response to North Korea's recent attempt to launch a spy satellite and the firing of 2 missiles this week. United Nations Security Council resolutions ban any North Korean launches using ballistic missile technologies. Japan, the U.S., and South Korea are stepping up their strategic 3-way cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region to jointly deal with their shared concern of growing threats from North Korea and China.
Correspondent Jeremy House. German prosecutors say a 98-year-old man has been charged with being an accessory to murder as a guard at the Nazis' Sachsenhausen concentration camp between 1943 and 1945. News and analysis at townhall.com. Well, some of those slick ads sure make that food look tempting.
And some consumers say those mouth-watering ads can cross the line into deception. And that's leading to a growing number of lawsuits. Burger King is the latest company in the crosshairs. In August, a federal judge in Florida refused to dismiss a class action lawsuit that claims Burger King's ads overstate the amount of meat in its Whopper burger and other sandwiches. But Burger King is far from the only one. Perkins Coie, a law firm that tracks class action suits, said 214 were filed against food and beverage companies last year. Keith Peters reporting.
New law in Texas requiring all schools to have at least one armed guard at each of the nearly 9,000 campuses. However, scores of districts across Texas say they simply don't have the money to comply with that law. They also say there aren't enough officers to hire in any event. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy Viernes.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here at 106.5. We have weird traditions around here.
We have fun around here.
Yeah, we have weird little traditions around here. Yeah. And actually,
slap the board.
There's an actually inside game with a game on that one. So,
really?
Like, if I say, and I only done it to him once, but
Twice, and only caught me once.
Yeah, caught you once. Yeah, that's what it is. So basically, if I say welcome to hour number 3, he's got to hit Tracy and Vierno.
Which is 3 winners in Spanish.
So if I say hour number Trace, he's got to say 3.
Oh,
3 winners.
So he's got to pay attention.
He's got to pay attention.
But I usually try to wait till he's not paying attention to slip that in.
And yeah, he's gotten me one time, and it was not a.
And I caught him with like his weakest moment. Like he was having
I was not having a great day.
Yeah, he's having a god-awful
I'm like,
day.
hey, kick me when I'm down, bud.
And that's exactly what I did. And
that's the best time.
It's the hubris of Mike.
And I felt bad for like 3 seconds, but pretty proud the rest.
Oh yeah, of course. As well you should, sir. That's called, you know what that's called? Schadenfreude.
That's right.
That's right. The Germans have a word for everything, and Schadenfreude is happiness at other people's expense.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would argue, I added.
I like that, though. You know what I'm saying? It makes me laugh when other people trip or fall or do something silly.
Tell me you've never clapped when a waiter falls and drops glasses.
Yeah, we all kind of had or is that.
Glad it wasn't you, that's all.
Yeah, but then when that scenario happens, there's always that one guy that claps.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, yeah,
The clapper is annoying. You want to laugh, you want to say something, but clapping is bush league.
It's bush, my friend. And you don't hear it as often anymore. People tend to be a little more polite with wait staff.
Yeah, it's a different time. Now, especially at COVID, people are like, don't make them mad. They might punch you in the mouth.
There's a whole song in a musical all about Schadenfreude. It just tells you all about the things that make you happy.
I would even argue that maybe I added some joy to your day by doing that.
Well, if nothing else, you gave me a bottom point.
Something else to think about.
It was. I did chuckle after the fact. I'll put it that way.
There you go. See? Good time was had by all.
You know what makes a good day great and a bad day better?
I know, but I'm going to let you say it.
I'm thinking the fine folks at McDonald's.
I think you're right.
And the food they're in.
Absolutely. Matter of factly, I'm having a hankering.
Oh.
Think it's time for another DFF for lunch today. Double fillet of fish.
I was going to say, I don't remember that one.
Double Fist Friday?
Well, and the fact that that's on the app makes me so happy. Like, usually, it used to only be on the app around Lenten season and Good Friday and all that, that they would introduce the double fillet. But it's been on the menu throughout the summer. And every time I've gone there, the double fillet is on the... You don't see it on the board at the McDonald's, but if you go on the app...
Okay, in fairness, you can make it.
You can.
If you want.
You know what easy, you should do? I'd love to push a button and say, do you want the double fillet of fish meal? Yes, I do.
I have a suggestion for you. See if they can go into the edit screen and under fillets, see if they'll let you double it. Double fillet of fish. Four fillets.
I'd eat that.
Are you telling me that they're laying them on top of each other, or they're giving you two separate ones?
No, there's the original.
That's what I'm saying. I've said that this whole time. If you could just order 2 fillets of fish, why wouldn't you do that?
That's right.
Because it's the bread to meat to tartar sauce ratio.
Yeah,
sure. It's that ratio.
And their tartar sauce is so good.
Yeah.
I hate it when I don't get a lot of it.
Well, and sometimes they put too much tartar sauce for one patty.
That's not a thing.
Well, it is.
Now you're just talking nonsense.
Well, the only problem when that happens is when I go to smoosh to bite, and the bun goes slides off.
This is why
tartar sauce.
This is why the double fillet
there.
also fails because of that reason. Because there's so much slider room. If you have a single fillet, you can eat it like an engineer. You can pick which side you're gonna, because you can see where the tartar sauce is coming out. You can chomp on that side and then look around and be like, okay, it's there.
Right.
Eat over here. It looks odd when you're doing it, especially at a 4-way stop.
Well, here's the difference there. Generally speaking, they put the same big glop of tartar sauce, so you're getting the same amount of sauce.
Have you ever seen the gun?
The fish double is it covers more surface area, which gives you more tartar sauce to fish to bread
Okay,
ratio.
now where does the cheese go in all of this?
There's half a slice
here,
under the fillet.
cheese here, because that kind of can hold it
If
together.
I remember right, I think they put one on the
It's a
top
half
piece.
slice under the fillet.
I think on the double they give
Now
you two.
that'll
They
keep
might
it
give you-
together.
they might give you a
Yeah,
full
that's
slice.
what I'm saying.
That'll keep it together.
But the other thing is the gun that they use to put out the
Is it
tartar
like
sauce.
in my head, I feel it's like a
There's
caulk
like
gun.
it's a caulking gun basically, but there's like a thing with like 9 holes at the end, and it all just kind of squirts out like around the bun. So
Sounds
you're
like
actually
you went
getting
around
it-
the back of that
I used
place.
to. I used to
Well,
work
it's all
at
scienced up.
McDonald's.
Yeah. But
Now this is how they did it back in the early 2000s. Technology has advanced.
I see what your point, and I get it. That's fine, and I'll eat it all day like that. But to me, in my tongue, in belly, double fillet of fish is the perfect taste combination of the fish, the tartar sauce, and because I'm a pro meat guy, and so what's the best condiment for meat? More meat. I love that. So
Did you just put meat on your meat?
like I just saw
You're a
something.
genius.
I just saw something on Facebook that is quite frankly completely ridiculous. But is it going to be delicious? Somebody took a pork tenderloin,
Okay.
and said he was going to stuff the pork tenderloin. When you stuff pork tenderloins, what do you usually stuff them with?
Stuffing.
Stuffing,
yeah.
or maybe like a something. This guy took jalapeno sausage, didn't grind it up, just like your kielbasa, cut it up, and then had it wedged in the pork loin with what other stuff in there, and then baked. So it's jalapeno cheese, pork loin stuffed with jalapeno cheese sausage.
That sounds amazing.
It looked like a train wreck,
right.
But would I be tearing that up? You bet your sweet patootie I would.
It sounds the way you describe it kind of makes it sound revolting. But I bet if I was presented,
doesn't sound really good at all.
It doesn't look good.
If you're
It looks
standing-
like, what are you doing? It looks like a 2-year-old went with Play-Doh and tried to make something.
I mean, I'm going to sigh deeply, but I'm going to eat it.
Exactly. I'm sure it tastes
have
amazing, and I'd eat it anyway. But no, for me, it's the double patty fillet of fish. To me, is my golden.
I
taste.
get it.
It just hits
whatever
me that
your
way.
fillet taste happens to be.
That's the beauty of McDonald's.
That's right.
You do you, brother.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
This is how I do me.
And I do
Nope, that's
McDonald's every day, and I have to tell you, those guys are amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a guy that I've never seen before, and I must have. Everybody can read my face. You know what I'm saying? I can't hide if I'm not happy. If
Your heart's on your sleeve there, right?
Everybody knows it. So I drive up, and this guy I've never seen says to me, "You look like you're having a bad day. I hope it gets better."
Nice.
And I was like, "Thank you." Then the following day, I show up, and he said, "You're smiling. I think you're having a better day." And I was
There you
like,
go.
"How does he remember everyone?"
Yeah. It's
the skill of the
It's a very
crew at
personal
McDonald's.
experience, and they do it quick and easy, and you can order through the app if you're on the go and quick and in and out. I go through that drive-through quick when I use and I go faster than other people. I see y'all still ordering, and I'm like, slide on through, and I go to that first window. It's like, you're good, sir. Move on through. And I'm in and out quick, and like you said, they're very polite and very, how you doing today?
And there's one guy that's the sweetest guy ever. He always comes up with something funny and says,
he's got
I don't know.
catchphrases, and I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's really great. So
He's doing a show
as you can
back there.
As you can see, I spend a lot of time at McDonald's.
So do
It's
we.
a fast place.
We do
so
too.
I love it. I love it being
Big
there.
thank you to McDonald's. Swing by any location here in town. They got you covered.
Yeah,
Don't forget
3
to download that
locations
app.
in town.
Yeah. And download the app, start earning reward points where you're getting free meals and all that kind of stuff.
You know what? I haven't done that yet. I've gotten kind of into this reward thing, which is really kind of fun. The Upside.
Yeah.
Upside is so cool.
And
I really enjoy
McDonald's
that.
doing them quick. You can order like one lunch and do that twice, and you've already got enough for free food. For
Really?
free meals and stuff. Yeah, free food.
Boy,
It's
have
pretty
I been
quick.
missing out. I'm going to have to download that app for
especially
sure.
as frequent as you do it, you probably save you a ton of cash.
Yeah.
Each day, if you go every day, you'd start building rewards up, and I'd say, well, at least once a week, you're probably getting a free lunch. So.
That would be great.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like I said, I've gotten into this. A friend of mine, she kind of is a little frugal. And so she said, let's try this. Barbara, put the Upside on there. And you know what? I've got $20 worth of points now just from going to places I always go.
That's the cool thing about app shopping.
Going
if you like
to
to do
Pepper's
some of
Grill.
Yeah.
I get a discount, rewards and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Take advantage. You're going there to eat anyway.
You're going to go there anyway.
Yeah, go and take advantage.
I did it at Cattle Barons yesterday. It works great.
Yeah. You know what's better than a nice big juicy steak? A free nice big juicy steak.
That is right. That is right. And then they have their little reward cards, which I feel like well, I am a little old lady, but I feel like someone that's sitting there with all my coupons, pulling out all my coupons. Here, take this up, and like my mother-in-law. I want my senior discount. She'd always do that every time we go through Dairy Queen.
Yeah, and well, this is the new way of that now.
Yeah,
rewards and loyalty points.
Yeah,
absolutely. Take advantage of it. You're doing things.
What do you have to lose?
The places you frequent, take advantage of that and get a little back on that. So.
That's right.
And McDonald's has got a pretty good reward.
I'm going to download it.
Yeah,
and apparently Subway also has one too, and they've got some really great, really great deals.
I've heard. I haven't utilized that one, but I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Not yet. No, we're just shooting the bull. He wanted to make sure for the recording purposes here, but no, that's Barbara Gomez. She's going to officially join us here talking from Main Street Roswell. We're just talking about McDonald's right now and food and stuff. That's what we do. But we'll talk to the meat.
The best topic to talk about is food.
That's right. We're teaching with food, then we'll hit you with the meat of the discussion here in just a little bit. But big thank you to McDonald's. Stop by any location, and big thank you to them for sponsoring us each and every Friday. It is 9:17. As I mentioned, Barbara's going to join us here in just a bit. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm for our holiday weekend. We have a low-pressure lee trough just east of the mountains, and that'll be cranking our temperatures up to about 100 by this afternoon. Should get sunshine, lots of dry air moving in from the south, and then tonight we'll get clear skies, mid-60s, upper 90s to about 100, and sunny on Saturday. We'll stay right around 100 on Sunday and Labor Day. We get lots of sun. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 79. Not quite 80 yet, but wait, it'll be there quick. Humidity is at 36%. Winds are variable at the moment at 3 miles per hour. I wish I had better news, but it's going to be hot, and it's going to be hot for the foreseeable future here. 100 for a high today under sunny skies. South winds 10 to 15. Clear tonight. Overnight low is 66. At least we're getting below 70s for overnight lows. That's helpful. Winds out of the south, more desert-like than usual. Usually, when we were getting the 110s, I think we weren't even getting out. We were in the 70s, but like mid to upper 70s, and overnight at 2 a.m. It's crazy. But anyway, 66 overnight low tonight. Tomorrow, 99 for a high with northwest winds 5 to 15 for your Sunday. Highs near 100 with northwest winds 5 to 15. Labor Day Monday, 102 under sunny skies. And then next week, the rest of the week, I've got through Thursday, and nothing's below 100. 101 Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, and 102 on Thursday. So keep the shorts and the T-shirts in the front of the closet for at least another couple weeks. So. Mm-hmm. I hope not. I hope not. If not, we need to talk to the city about keeping the pool open.
Oh, yeah.
The outdoor pool open.
Yeah,
longer,
the outdoor pool for sure.
Yeah. It is 9:19. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll talk Main Street Roswell business here with Barbara Gomez. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you thought Labor Day was big before, wait until you hear this. Get savings across the lot on a great selection of both new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs this Labor Day weekend at Roswell Ford. Get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, plus 0% on select new Bronco Raptor, F-150, and Super Duty models this Labor Day weekend. With a job bringing home just $399 a week, Roswell Ford will push to get you approved. And Roswell Ford will take any trade, any condition, even if you owe thousands more than your car's value. Hurry to Roswell Ford this Labor Day weekend because the rebates, discounts, and savings end this Saturday. Roswell Ford. the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell.
You've heard of a Four Seasons room, but have you heard of a Four Seasons window? Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing and Windows. It might surprise you to learn many windows are built to handle only the cold or only the heat, but not both. In Southeast New Mexico, one or the other doesn't cut it. That's why Trustmark windows are built to handle our Four Seasons climate, the scorching summers, the bone-chilling winters, and everything in between. Special glass coating blocks extreme UV rays, a stout frame prevents warping from the extreme weather changes, and insulated glass is like putting your home in a giant styrofoam cooler in the winter and keeps cold out and warmth in. And in the summer, it keeps heat out and cool in. For our Four Seasons weather, get Four Seasons windows. Call today for your no-obligation spring window assessment, 575-755-7663, or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
The Rehabilitation Center at Artesia General Hospital offers a variety of services led by experienced licensed therapists, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Their multidisciplinary team provides a complete evaluation with the full support of your primary care provider to develop a custom plan to support your personal goals and recovery needs. These treatment plans help manage symptoms, educate patients and their families, and ultimately get back to the activities that bring you joy. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/rehab.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio, I guess you could say officially now, here
officially.
in the studio.
Sorry, I jumped in too
soon.
we're
good. This is the whole point. This is what we do. We like talking and chiming in. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
But Barbara Gomez joining us here with
Good
Main
morning.
Street Roswell. Good morning. I guess probably the most immediate thing we want to put on people's radar is don't forget tomorrow is the every Saturday morning farmers and garden market. Yeah, 7 a.m. is when officially everything gets underway. It goes to about 11. If you're on the prowl for produce, if that's your goal, first thing first, be there at 7.
Yep.
That's the best advice I can give you is be there at 7 for the best selection of the produce. Now, if you just want to come and see some of the other booths, maybe do a little shopping.
Yeah, look at the chickens. I know somebody even brings chickens out there.
Sleep in a little bit, then you come in about 8 or 9 o'clock or whatever it is. But if you're like, nope, I need green chili or I need my squash or whatever it is, make sure you book it there at 7. That way you can kind of
And they had lots of watermelons last time I was there last week.
They're starting to pop up
They
now.
had huge watermelons.
Good.
Yeah.
Good deal. So, but that'll be Saturday morning.
Good price too, better than the grocery store.
Yeah, and probably it's right off the field, you know.
Yeah, when I couldn't even carry the watermelon, I had to get a little cart to carry it. I think it's a little big.
Yeah, so bring a friend if you need with muscles to carry some of that out. But it is every Saturday. Plan on it. Now, the end date is not a hard end date, but it should go till about the second week of October.
It depends on the weather. Like we were talking about, the
issue.
weather's been really great, so I'm sure they'll let it go as long as they can. But
sure.
For sure, up to, of course, the Eastern New Mexico State Fair week, and I imagine the next week. So we'll just have to play it by ear and keep you guys updated on that. But
play
that's
it by ear of corn.
play it by an ear of corn. That was a good one.
But absolutely, and don't forget too.
We need some roasted corn out. You're talking about.
I know.
That's that time of the year.
It is that time. But don't forget too. There's also we have some of our nonprofits that set up. It's all arts and it's everything's either like nonprofit or homemade or produce.
Yes.
There's not like Scentsy booths or things like that. Artisan stuff.
Yeah. So people paint and do little knickknacks.
So if you're looking for gifts on top of food, then you probably want to for a few extra money, and you're going to have
candles.
a lot of
They've got a lot of fun stuff to look at.
And there's plenty of parking behind the courthouse. There's parking over Pioneer Plaza
Pioneer
across the street. So wherever
over on the on the 5th Street, it's
they're
open
on
as
5th
well,
Street,
right on Main Street.
So get you a good spot, and obviously, because I think don't you guys close 4th?
And just 4th Street.
Just 4th Street.
Just
okay.
4th Street.
And that's
4th
the
Farm.
side street, and that's between the actual. That's because they use that for logistics, staging, and all that kind of stuff. So.
And this last time that I was there, there were vendors all the way to the north side of the courthouse lawn.
Great. So it's.
Peggy's having a lot of people
getting
out
to be
there.
standing room only out there. At the,
the interesting thing is they send me emails, through our info at mainstreetroswell.org, and there's always asking, how do I register? How do I sign up? And some of them, they get the form. Some of them just show up on Saturday morning. So you've never done it before. You might want to touch base with Peggy, okay? Because she's not going to have people out there selling store-bought T-shirts or things. That
Peggy's kind of the gatekeeper on what kind of things we want to make sure we have.
She's the farmer's market manager, and so she knows the rules. There's specific rules to be a farmer's growers market, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
So if you're growing anything, she's probably not going to say no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying, look, I'm selling something. I'm selling Mary Kay. That might not work.
Yeah, that doesn't. But if you grow flowers or you grow plants and you want to sell them or produce or
if
whatever,
you make your homemade perfumes or candles,
sure. Maybe
or
you're a
lotions
woodworker or a welder or something, and you make art and stuff. Come on down.
And the price is right. It's literally like, I don't even know, $20, $30 for the whole season.
Yeah.
It's nothing humongous. It's not going to break the bank.
Yeah, so you're not going to lose profits if you're trying to make your income and all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get your feet wet at doing maybe a vendor type thing, maybe you've never been a vendor before, and maybe you'd like to try later on maybe something bigger like the Alien Fest, but you're not quite sure you're ready for that whole bunch of people, this is a good place to go and try it out.
And you still get a good amount of traffic.
Yeah, see if your
but
product
you're not
sells.
Slammed for the entire 3 hours or 4 hours.
Right.
So, yeah.
Or for 3 days if you're doing the 3 days. So you're slammed because it starts at 7 and it's over by 11.
Yeah.
So it's not all day long.
And then you're off for lunch to do what you got to do.
Yeah, or you can just buy you a burrito there. They make those homemade burritos there with chicken and hamburger meat.
To be honest, if you get there at 7, you're going to want 2 because you're going to want at 7. And about time is done, you're about ready for lunch.
Yeah, or go get you one of those homemade cookies or muffins or something that they have there. And the last few weeks they've had some young ladies out there that sell these really cool bags of lemonade. They're like the bags, they're bags, but they have this top on the top. They keep them frozen inside their cooler.
Oh, nice.
So then you take it. It's not like a straw or anything. So you undo it and drink it, and you got a little bag that you can keep later.
Nice.
And they're just making money for themselves. Some of them are making money for back-to-school clothing. So it's it's good for them. Good,
absolutely.
What do you want to call it? Cottage industry.
Sure. Well, and who knows? Maybe that turns into their day job business.
Yeah. A different way of doing a lemonade stand.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's success in business. Finding different ways to not reinvent the wheel per se, but present the wheel in a different way, in a unique way. It's really cool.
But what's really cool about that too, Mike? It not only helps young adults, young kids learn how to talk with people.
Absolutely.
Learn
skills,
learn the social
problem
skills,
solving,
and then when they pay you, you got to figure out how to give back change. So it's always kind of more than just that, Because I bought cookies or something last week from a young man that was also trying to raise money for something he was going to do, maybe
his organization
or something that he was working on. Yeah. But I gave him the amount of money, and it was fun watching him going, okay, Mom, now do I do this? Is this how much it is? So it offers a lot of skills.
It is. And I'll tell you, one of the best ways to learn that is doing something like that. Because I could count money and all that, but when I was 16, I worked at one of these gas stations, and it was one of these old school ones where the guy gets out, pumps you gas, and checks your oil.
The good old days.
And we didn't have a cash register. So basically, I had a wad of cash that I kept on me, and so they'd hand me a 20, and I'd just make change right out the thing, and then I had a little change deal. But I had to learn how to create the wad and build it a certain way, and then I learned the techniques. Okay, you gave me $5. The cost was $2.07. Here is your 93 cents. That makes it 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
There's your $5 change.
Right.
And that's how you learned it, by using your wad and all that. And so, and to this day, if I do that kind of stuff, that's how I do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I've been to fast food places before and given them like it was an odd number. I don't even know what. Let's say, 64 cents. And I get a bunch of dimes back. And I'm going, what happened? Like, or 60. And then they need to give me the rest. And they're like going, is that a quarter? Do I give them a nickel? No, I'm just going to give them a bunch of dimes.
Sure, and we'll call it good.
We'll call it good.
Yeah.
So I walk away going, wow.
Count them out.
Count them out.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So,
and I don't know, and plus, since we're more and more things are cashless in society, there's not a lot of opportunities for folks to learn some of this.
Mm-hmm.
So farmers market is,
it's a good place.
great place to do that.
It's a good place to give kids something to do, your young adults, and
teach them entrepreneurship,
teach them a lot of
life
skills, a lot of life skills. So it's a lot of fun. Not only is it
and you
great,
got about another month of at least of farmers market left. So if you still got stuff, it's not too late to sign up and put a booth now. Peggy, beforehand, maybe if you go to the mainstreetroswell.org, I think there is a application there that you can fill out and things, or you can call Main Street and ask, and they'll put you in touch with Peggy.
We'll put you in touch. Yeah. But if nothing else, like let's say you're not ready this weekend, just drop by and look for Peggy. She's normally on the the southwest corner of the courthouse. And she's got a tent there. She's usually with the assistines because they help out a lot.
Okay. That's kind of her stomping grounds.
Yeah, that's kind of like her area.
Gotcha.
Her location. And so stop by and talk to her.
Absolutely.
And she'll tell you. And she might even say, well, if you're only going to be here one time, it's $5. Maybe that's not something she's going to keep doing all the time.
Sure.
But who knows? She might do it for you.
Absolutely. We'll talk to her. That's what you're talking. Let's work something out. And who knows? And then while you're there, do a little shopping afterwards because you're going to get some good stuff. So.
And you know what? Let me tell you what's going on specifically with the farmers market, because in the middle of farmers market, we have the Chili Cheese Festival.
Yeah, but to say, I was going to say we got more stuff coming up, and one of the big ones is the Chili Cheese Festival. We're right around the corner for that one too.
So the Saturday for the Chili Cheese Festival, so it's Friday and Saturday, September the 22nd and 23rd. So the 23rd is the usual farmers market day.
Sure.
So they're going to continue and start early.
Okay.
Do their farmers market. And those people will probably just stay for the whole Chili Cheese Festival.
So basically they're going to kick off the Saturday Chili Cheese Festival with the farmers market.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So some of the other vendors may not get there until noon, but the farmers market will be there.
The produce and all
already.
that will be there.
They'll be already ready to go.
But you might find a few extra chili cheese booths out there at 8 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So. And the cool part about this is if you're already ready to have some roasted chili, this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
So
if you walk around that place and you're not hungry, you're amazing because it's going to be the smell of roasting chilies walking around, and everyone's going to be doing their foods and offering things. And if you're not into food, and you have the cast iron willpower, yeah. I don't know how you walk through there without being tempted,
without taking everything, without taking pumpkins and taking chili cheese that's being roasted right there.
Yeah, the marketing is in the roasting of the chilies. That's all you need to advertise is fire that roaster up and everyone starts coming.
That's right. So if you're ready to have some of that and put some in your freezer, that will be happening this weekend. That weekend on September 22nd and 23rd.
We're just a hair under a month away.
Yeah, we are.
About 3 weeks.
So anyway, but we are still looking for vendors, Mike. So if you're a vendor and you would like to be out there, whether you're a food truck or whether you're a vendor, again, the same thing like farmers market. If you do, and this one you can have bought T-shirts.
Sure,
or
we can do
things.
artisan, but if you do Scentsy or something like that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, this is not, the chili cheese is not all artisan. It's any kind of things that you sell.
Sure.
So some people sell T-shirts. Some of them, like I said, sell candles.
It's more like a fair environment.
It's like a fair.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of fun. And we are going to have music. So it'll start Friday night. And Friday night, we're going to really focus more because let me just kind of tell you a little bit about what I feel that we're trying to move towards with chili cheese. Not that it hasn't happened before, but we really want to focus more on agriculture. We really want to focus more
on the chili
farming,
and the dairy industry.
Dairy industry. And the people that work these industries, like cowboys, people that
farmers,
the farmers,
ranchers, even.
I mean, it's not just chili and cheese, but the people that make that happen.
The agriculture industry, which Chavez County, Roswell is very much an agricultural.
We are,
absolutely.
And so this year we're planning on having more of Mexican cowboys, I guess you can say.
Vaqueros. The vaquero.
Vaqueros. Because everybody, it's not just cowboys, but there's all types of people that have farms and have ranches. And so Friday night we'll be focusing more of the music to be more, folklóricos and more Hispanic singers and that type thing. Now Saturday night is going to be the cowboy day.
More country western.
More country and western and
cowboy
I'm hoping to get, if anybody's out there that's a fiddler, would you like to give me a call? I'd like to have more fiddlers out there. Okay. We are working right now on having a tractor review. Okay. So we're working with Amigo Tractor, and they're going to try to get us some, because, kids are always, not only kids, we're fascinated.
I think grown adults like climbing on stuff like that, too.
It's fascinating to watch those
So Amigo
things.
Machinery will be out there with some of their stuff, too.
Yeah, we're going to work with them and figure out what. I really would like to see some retro ones. The retro
some classic tractors.
Some classic tractors.
Well, and a lot of those are old or farmers and guys have them sitting in barns, and they clean them up for the parades and stuff. So
clean
maybe
them up just for that.
Maybe bring a few out to the Chili Cheese Festival to kind of set the mood.
Yeah, set the mood. I'm not saying that we're going to have a parade per se, but we're going to have a review of them so they can sit around.
It's kind of like
and
when you go past the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds and you see some of the if you notice in the front of the fairgrounds, they got some old like farming and ranching equipment that they've used in the years past. So kind of
that's really kind of fun. Yeah.
So that think of it in those terms like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that this year and making sure that we try to really focus on the roots of Roswell and Chaves County.
Absolutely. And then, by the way, having fun with music and dancing and food and all the things that the Chili Cheese Festival has already, but just kind of center it back home to reminding folks this is to celebrate our farmers and ranchers, and this is what we're doing. So
and this year we finally got, again, which we had done in the past, but had a little bit of hard time getting them to come back. But the Southwest Dairy people are going to be out there, and they're going to do a milking demonstration.
Oh,
so
cool.
They're going to have a big trailer out there with a real cow.
Yeah, they have a whole education
thing, and they're going to have handouts. So they're going to be doing that on Saturday. They'll have like 4 different shows that they'll be doing that day.
Great.
And so they'll be out there. Let me see. Let me tell you about the wonderful things we have going on. Though we will be having the Best of the Southwest green chili stew competition.
All right. So
and
you
Mike,
green chili stew makers.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Mike. Do you think you could be a judge for this?
I think I could do that.
You think you could handle eating some chili?
I think I could.
Okay. Well, the green chili stew competition happens on Saturday.
Okay.
It starts right there on the courthouse lawn. The taste testing takes place on Saturday, September the 23rd at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. sharp.
Yeah, and we have a whole list of things that you're looking for. Taste.
Okay.
Smell. The quality, the look of it.
Sure.
And it's $25 to be part of this, but there will be some cash prizes awarded.
And of course, bragging rights.
And that's right.
So-and-so made the best green chili stew in town. That's a bold statement to walk around with. Yeah.
That is true. I mean, some of them put cheese in them. Some of them don't.
Yeah. I imagine even some probably use game meat versus beef or chicken. Whatever their...
whatever theirs is.
Whatever their stew is, some people are like, no, it's for pork. Okay. But maybe your green chili stew is something different.
Yeah.
There's no law saying it has to be pork.
That's right.
The only thing I think it has to be in there, green chili.
Green chili.
Well, there's not green chili stew.
That's
the
right.
rest is your imagination, how you do it.
And if you're lucky enough after they've already, the judging has been done or they've already done the judging and so sometimes they give out samples of this. So if you happen to be around, you might get a sample of some of these.
Stumble into one of those samples. And
just make sure you bring it in a crock pot. We're going to have, generators out there to keep everything warm.
Gotcha.
You can't bring it in a pan, okay? That happens to us every once in a while. Somebody will just bring a regular pan. It can't be that. It's got to be kept warm the whole time.
So it's got to have a crock pot or self-heating.
Something
self-heating, maybe it's a skillet or something. Or
right.
Something that has its own way to heat it.
Heat it up, yeah. We can't take that chance with a pan.
Yeah,
so
unless the pan has got a thing that heats itself up.
Right.
Kind of like one of those skillets you cook breakfast in.
Yeah. one of those that hooks up to electricity.
A deeper one,
Yeah, because if you do bring it in a regular pan, you will be disqualified, and you just did it for naught. So make sure you do that.
I guess you got dinner.
Take it home. Take it home. Yeah, just go eat it at home. Yeah. I think they should have tortillas with it personally. Maybe I'll work on that this year because it's, what I'm saying, you can't have green chili stew without.
It's kind of.
Well, wait a second. Corn or flour tortillas? I never know about that.
I think it depends on the person.
It really
myself. I invite them all to the party. I have no problem with any one of them.
Either one of them.
Corn, tortilla, sure.
Yeah, we'll do it. And after you've had that green chili stew, then we're going to have the best pecan pie competition.
All right.
Now, that one I think I'd like to sign up for because I love pecan pie.
Yeah.
But we're still kind of looking for some judges. I do have a couple of judges already.
Okay.
And Mike said he'd jump into the green chili, so that would be fantastic.
Twist farm, I'll eat.
Yeah. And that one starts at, let's see, the taste testing takes place at 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
So it's a little bit later than the
For the pecan pie.
Yeah, for the pecan pie. It's a little bit later. And then we do a really, really fun thing. And again, the same thing with that one. You just bring it in, $25. And there will be, so if you do the green chili stew competition, you get cash and some green chili to take home with you and roast it.
For your next green chili project.
And of course, you can't forget about pecans because Roswell's a really great pecan industry.
We're
here in
nuts
this
with
town.
pecans.
Yeah, and I love those too. So you get not only cash, but you'll get a bag of pecans. So you can make some more pecan pies.
Absolutely.
And then the fun stuff that we do for kids. Now I'm going to give you this because it's got their years and how old they need to be.
Okay.
But we are going to, every year we do the ice cream eating contest. And we do have categories this year, so you might want to be in the categories. So that one may be a cash prize along with gift certificates. So it's really fun for kids.
Yeah, and it's all age. So like there's the 5 to 7 year old group, then there's the 8 to 10s, and then the older group, 11 and 12 year olds.
Right.
So
because we don't want a 12-year-old competing with a 5-year-old. That
the
wouldn't
12-year-old
be
stomach's bigger than the 5-year-old.
and they probably eat a lot faster.
Hopefully your children are not or lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because that would be the only hurdle here is if you are lactose intolerant, you might have an interesting afternoon after that ice cream
I'm
battle.
sure they're aware of what they are or not. I hope. But anyway, we do have them to sign off on something saying not our problem.
That's right.
Yeah, if you guys get sick from eating so much ice cream.
It is a risk.
And it's kind of fun to watch. Them because they're little cups,
Yeah.
So they have to eat the little cup, put it aside.
And we all know what happens when you try to eat ice cold things fast.
Yeah, you get a brain freeze.
You get brain freeze, and so you got to fight brain freeze and everything else. So it's the struggle is real.
Right. So like I said, we are still looking for vendors. Now, food trucks, there's 2 different categories, which is the food truck and the vendor.
Okay.
So get with us. And like Mike said, you can look us up on our website. It is mainstreetroswell.org. We just kind of redid a little bit of that, so it makes it hopefully easier for you to. Yep. And I am working, just in case you're wondering, we may also have a scavenger hunt.
Cool.
It's a little bit different this year, so we're going to see what we're going to do with the scavenger hunt.
Is it incorporating some of the local merchants kind of thing?
It's all of downtown stakeholders because honestly, that's what we're here to do is promote our Main Street and promote our merchants downtown.
And that's something I want to remind, too. If you guys are at Chili Cheese Festival that weekend and you're walking around and you've kind of seen all you want to see, go visit some of the businesses down there. Like if you're looking for clothing or food or home decor, antiques, UFO alien stuff, collectibles, rocks. I mean, there's something for everybody down there. A
cup of coffee at Stellar's or
work clothes, whatever you want. There's a business down in the Main Street quarter that really can cater to your needs. So walk around while you're down
starting all the way over there at Rugged Trade.
Yeah, you already parked downtown.
Go down there and just look around at everything.
Walk up a couple blocks there.
Yeah, just walk around, take some time going over there. And some of our merchants are already starting to get ready for a few things, Mike. So one of them that I want to talk about today is CS Designs. They're always up to something, trying to find something interesting. So they're doing on September the 16th, at 6 p.m., they're going to do a Halloween portrait painting night.
Oh, cool.
I know you can't really see it from here, but it's really, really cool. It's like they have things that say, and I'm going to show it to you, like the Sons family.
Okay.
And they're all a bunch of skeletons.
I know it's a little hard to see on this.
There's a bunch. There's
look at me.
Yeah.
You can kind of.
Yeah, there are a bunch of skeletons or scary howls.
Kind of like the Dia de los Muertos look a little bit. Yeah, kind of got that going
But you can get this, and you can talk to them at CS Designs. Just contact Cheyenne there at CS Designs. They're going to have popcorn and drinks, and they're going to have all kinds of cool things going on there. I know it's a little early for Halloween, but if you get it now, you'll be ready for next month.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have ideas for your Halloween, and this might give you a little bit with the painting and all that, be like inspire you for your costume or your Halloween theme party or whatever you're going to be doing. So.
And I'm sure over at Sweet Baby Jay's, she's going to be making some really luscious desserts that are more fall-like. I don't know if you guys got to see them or not, but I did. They had for back to school.
I've had some good. Everything I've had from them has been delicious.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
But they did this really cool little thing. It was like a box of crayons.
Okay.
And it was all cookies.
Oh, cool.
A little cookies box of crayons.
That is so cool.
And just one other little quick thing I want to tell you about.
But don't eat your crayons. That's the other thing.
But not the real ones.
Yeah.
Do you remember kids used to eat that when I taught school? It's like, why do you eat the crayons?
Then you're going to be mad at Baby J because you're like, man, this tastes like, this doesn't taste good at all. It's like, because that's not what she made. That's actual crayons.
Yeah, that's a real crayon. But as you know, this is not a Main Street event. However, I just want to promote it because there are great community people that support the community of Roswell. But this Friday, which is today, at 5:30, the Symphony Orchestra will be doing a Labor Day free concert on the courthouse lawn. Starting at 5:30 tonight.
All right,
and
so
they
get
will,
out there
there will be a couple of food trucks out there. So if you want to grab something to eat, go sit on the lawn.
If you've never had a chance to see the RSO in action, the Roswell Symphony Orchestra, go tonight. Go see it. They're called the Roswell Symphony Orchestra, but they're really New Mexico's Symphony Orchestra.
Right,
and
because they have people from everywhere, don't they?
They literally have. The orchestra is made up from people all over New Mexico and Texas. Not so we've even got some folks in the RSO.
Some real professionals out there.
Yeah, and these are all. Yeah, this isn't like your buddy in the basement who plays the saxophone. These are musicians that their day jobs are playing in orchestras, playing in things. So this is the best of what New Mexico has is the RSO, and if you want to see orchestra the level that you see at the San Francisco,
or
Albuquerque or New York City, the Roswell Symphony Orchestra is that. See and you get to see them for free on the courthouse lawn tonight. And if you play your cards right, eating pizza or a burger or whatever it is, how you doing it?
I mean, because we're going to have the fry bread lady out there, so you can have some fry bread.
Some tacos or Mexican food, whatever your proclivity.
Eli's Bistro is going to be out there, so if you'd rather have a hamburger or something, and come out and join them. They're trying to do something really cool for the community, so come out and join them.
Come be a part. I know we got football and everything else going on, but if that's not your scene, then come on down Main Street here, have dinner, and enjoy a great free concert.
Well, it starts at 5:30, so you might have time to do both.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. You eat and then get everything, and then you make it to the Wool Bowl by kickoff at 7. You should be good to go.
You should be good to go.
Watch the Goddard game. Yeah, absolutely. So
please come down Main Street, you guys. We have a lot of things going on. A lot of great merchants. I know some people, when they walk in a store, will say, I didn't even know that you guys had this. You know, we took a tour about a month ago. We took a tour down Main Street. We were doing some visioning and some reimagining of what we'd like our Main Street to look like.
Sure.
And many of the local people are going, I've never even stopped in here. I didn't know that we had that.
It's a truth. It is.
So,
a lot of people don't realize.
And just around the corner is Shop Small Saturday. So, you know what I'm saying?
We're getting into the holiday season
I know,
real quick.
We are.
I know,
we
it's
are.
so quick.
So.
But support these local businesses. Take a stroll. Use tonight as an excuse. Come out to the concert and get dinner and just walk and see all the different businesses.
Come a little early and come see the businesses before it starts.
And there's something for everybody. Is there looking for things for entertainment for the kids? Plenty of stuff down in the Main Street quarter. Take them to the Lego stuff, or take them to some of the UFO stuff down there. If you're into like collectibles and hobbies, like if you're like rock polishing and gemstones, all that.
We've got 2 rock places right downtown.
We have all that is right here.
Eclectic Treasures.
Yeah.
Ancient of Days.
Yeah, Western decor or country style, plenty of that, or other styles of decor.
If you're looking for incense and some of that
custom
stuff.
T-shirts. There's a little bit of everything for everybody.
You got, I always say this wrong, but Hikatis.
Okay.
I think that's how you say that.
I don't know what that is.
It's just right
Oh,
north.
it's the name of the business.
It's the name of the business.
I thought it was a product.
No, it's just right next. It's just right north of Subway.
Okay. And what what's their offerings?
Oh my goodness. Everything you can even think of, mystical things.
Okay.
They, during the UFO, they kind of did an aura reading.
Okay.
So
if you like that kind of stuff, then you're going to spend some time in there. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And it's full of all kinds
There's some
of...
for everybody downtown. I'm telling you, just if you don't realize how much is down there till you walk around and see it.
Right. And even antiques. If you're into antiques, you go into that antique store. From one end to the other, you get to see all kinds of
flowers, jewelry, clothing,
old dresses, old
everything's
shoes,
down the main street.
Very, very retro.
Yeah.
If you're into that retro stuff, which I find really cool.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff there. So please.
Anyway, please join us.
And don't forget, mark it on your calendars. Chili Cheese Festival. Still have availability for sponsors, booths out there. If you're interested in being a judge or if you want to even volunteer to help work, always looking for volunteers to be a part of any of the Main Street events. They like to have a stable of volunteers at the ready, so when they got to do the logistics for this, you can hit the ground running. So reach out to Barbara or to the mainstreetroswell.org or the Main Street Roswell Facebook page. Just shoot a message saying, hey, I'd love to volunteer. Who do I need to see or talk to?
Sure, we'd love to hook you up. And I'm glad you mentioned sponsors because we are still looking for sponsors, but we have some great sponsors already. Leprino Foods always steps up.
Yep.
Sparklight was one of the first ones that jumped on board.
Absolutely.
And so we're always in Larry Marshall.
Okay.
I mean, this is people that support our agricultural industry.
And names you hear a lot supporting a lot of things in our community.
They do, and we do appreciate them, so thank you.
Yeah, and there's room for more if you'd like to support. Because the more sponsors mean more things and more success.
Yeah, get me some more sponsorships. Maybe I can get a really cool band for Saturday night. I'm still working on that. All right. But they don't come cheap, you guys. So
bands do like to get paid. That's a weird. People want to get paid for their services, weirdly enough. I don't know why.
I guess they think it's just your voice. Come on, what are you selling?
Right.
But to get a really good band, or even some of the people locally, many of them do it for free.
Sure.
They don't charge us very much, and we do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
But we'd like to bring something fun and different.
Sure.
For both Friday and Saturday night. So come out and listen to music at least.
Come. I'm telling you, you come, you're going to want to eat, you're going to shop, you're going to want to just kick back. Find you a good spot, kick back in, and just drink it in. It's really fun.
For some of those people that say there's nothing to do in Roswell, guess what there is?
No, there's plenty to do. You're just not looking hard enough. Yeah. That's all it is. So, I mean, you could literally be overtaxed with 20 things going on tonight if you wanted to.
If you could put it on your calendar, you could jump in one thing or another.
And you get home, and it's like, and ask me again if there was nothing to do. As you sit there about to pass out because you've been running around ragged all day.
And you go, it's Saturday morning. Am I going to get up early? I don't know.
Oh, that's right. It's Farmers Market. 7 o'clock. Let's roll. But don't come on out bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow, too, and get your produce on, too. So.
So thank you guys so
Anytime.
much.
We'll see you next time. And,
see you next time.
And I'm sure we'll probably get you in here before Chili Cheese again.
I hope so we can talk about what all the booths that we have.
Remind everybody and get the last minute people to get on board here and all that good stuff. So awesome. Well, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You
too.
And
we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. It is 9:53. Time to play news of the local variety. Your Sean Hannity update, couple of those commercials so I can buy things at the farmer's market. And then we'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tense moments on Thursday at Carlsbad High School after gunshots were reported near the campus. Police responded to the intersection of West Church Street and North 10th when the school resource officer reported hearing the gunshots near the student parking lot. Officers immediately secured the area and started a search. It was determined, though, that the incident did not happen on school property and was not linked to any current or prior school activity. Anyone with information, however, is urged to call Carlsbad Police. A recent celebration involving the Artesia Chamber of Commerce and a local business. A ribbon-cutting ceremony held at Shampooch's Day Spa, the business at 1006 West Fairgrounds Road. And a reminder, the 20th Street Reconstruction Project in Artesia enters its final phase next week. Starting Tuesday, 20th Street will be closed to all traffic both ways from West Main to West Grand. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
If you look at the timeline, the FBI gives Congress the 1023 form. Remember that? That was on June 7th. After months and months and months and months of waiting. Anyway, that's the one that documented the bribery allegations against Joe and Hunter Biden from that credible source. That being the Burisma CEO, by the credible FBI source, the one that the FBI in the past has paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to. And lo and behold, I know it's a coincidence, but I'm just pointing it out. The next day, on June 8th, the DOJ and the special counsel indict Trump in the Mar-a-Lago document case. I'm sure that was a coincidence. I'm sure.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm for our holiday weekend. We have a low-pressure lee trough just east of the mountains, and that'll be cranking our temperatures up to about 100 by this afternoon. Should get sunshine, lots of dry air moving in from the south, and then tonight we'll get clear skies, mid-60s, upper 90s to about 100, and sunny on Saturday. We'll stay right around 100 on Sunday and Labor Day. We get lots of sun. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. America's employers added 187,000 jobs last month, more than economists were expecting. The Labor Department reports the gains came in construction, healthcare, and leisure and hospitality. The unemployment rate went from 3.5% in July to 3.8% last month. The United Auto Workers Union has filed unfair labor practice complaints against Stellantis and General Motors for failing to make counteroffers to the union's economic demands. Contracts between 146,000 auto workers and the Detroit companies will expire in 2 weeks. Broadcom shares slid close to 4% after the chip maker posted earnings that beat expectations but left investors lukewarm about the near term. Stocks higher at mid-morning on Wall Street. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Let's face it, guys. We're living in times where the truth is becoming more suppressed and censorship is increasing at an alarming rate, especially on social media platforms. It's Clyde, and I want to tell you about a safe and secure digital playground we put together just for you. It's aftermath.media. You get access to thousands of Ground Zero archives and podcasts, along with our private social media groups with your basic membership starting at only $7 a month. Each subscription includes tech support, access to the RSS feeds, along with our own chat room and Telegram channel. In addition, the premium membership includes research study groups, webinars, a document and movie library, a live video stream of Ground Zero, a monthly Zoom chat with me, and other bonus content. Be sure to check out our yearly specials as well. Sign up today while you're thinking about it. Sign up at aftermath.media. Again, that's aftermath.media.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. President Biden going to Florida this weekend to survey hurricane damage.
I'm going to Florida Saturday morning.
The president announcing his travel to the state after it was pounded with high winds and flooding. Hurricane Idalia slammed into Florida's Big Bend area of the northern Gulf Coast. Mr. Biden has signed a major disaster declaration, freeing up federal resources for the state.
White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reporting. Also at townhall.com, employers adding 187,000 jobs last month. Shelley Adler has more.
While the August jobs number is solid, there's evidence of a slowdown, as we hear from PNC Financial Services Group Chief Economist Gus O'Shea.
There were big downward revisions to job growth in both June and July. So, in fact, June was the weakest month for job growth in more than 2 years.
Which is what the Federal Reserve is looking for. Something else the Fed likes? The unemployment